Live from Fred DeLay Gymnasium in Jackson, Tennessee, Flow Sports proudly presents Gulf South Conference basketball. Tonight, a battle of two of the conference powerhouses, the homestanding Union Lady Bulldogs against the West Florida Argos. I'm Steve Beverly, welcoming you to tonight's contest. So far, it's been a dominating first month and a half for Union. Coach Mark Campbell's Lady Bulldogs are ranked 4th in the nation, and they come in tonight 9-0 and 4-0 in the Gulf South. Stephanie Yelton's Argos that are coming onto the floor right now have had a history of playing spoiler against Union, including on this very floor in the last decade. This year's chapter of West Florida is 7-2 for the season, 4-1 in the Gulf South, losing only 66-62 to conference co-leader Lee. Now, when we were here 1 week ago tonight, the Lady Bulldogs put up 107 points on conference foe Christian Brothers. Transfer Macy Lee has been the power, averaging 15 a game. And that's despite only playing an average of 16 minutes a game. And her sister, freshman Olivia Lee, is another of the Lady Bulldogs in double figures, as well as that veteran who just came onto the floor, Shanique Lucas. And here's another one that has been a big, big addition, graduate transfer, Jazzy Anyusin. And Macy Lee coming on as well. This is one that, to be honest with you, both of these teams have an ability to just slug it out to the very end. And I think you're going to find a huge challenge across the board as they take to the floor tonight. So we're ready to go. The nation's number 4 team, Union, against another one of the teams that I think in this country could easily be a top 25 team. And that, namely, is West Florida. And don't let those two losses fool you whatsoever, because that 66-62 against Lee University, which is the co-leader with Union in the Gulf South Conference, that 66-62 loss went right down to the wire. So it is Friday night Gulf South basketball. We're glad to have you with us, and we're looking forward to a tremendous contest between these two strong ones. And Brooke Kane, the leading scorer for UWF, will be jumping it against Macy Lee. And ladies and gentlemen, on this Friday night in December, let the games begin. And it is the Lady Bulldogs who will press all night long on defense. Big long bomb is there to start it off, and that's Courtney Jansen. And this is one of the things that can be huge problems for any team coming onto this floor, is having to deal with that constant all-court pressure. Sometimes Mark will bring 3 players down court, and sometimes it'll be 4. And you look how they're trying to slow down. And there you go, up the middle. And the layup is there. Perfectly navigated. So Veronica Roberts with the first 2. And there's another bomb. Zanson is red hot tonight. And this Lady Bulldog team, they are streak shooters from behind the arc. And so is West Florida. They are capable of taking a 15-point deficit and cutting it to 5 in a hurry. They don't panic. The ladies in blue do not panic whatsoever. From the corner, the 3 is just a bit too long, and the rebound coming off to Olivia Lee, the freshman. Open again. Not quite there, and coming off with the board is Langford. And they're going to fire it from the corner. Yes, sir. I told you. They can absolutely bomb you from outside, and we're going to be looking at that all night. It's going to be like rain. And that curl layup, that's that change of pace speed that Shanique Lucas has. And the Argos, again, trying to meet that all-court pressure with speed, and they did so again. And right through the defenders, a tremendous job by Bostic. Tyesha Bostic, the number 2 scorer on this ball club. And going right between the defenders, and the left-hand layup is there for Macy Lee. This thing is going to be an offensive firepower if it continues this pace. And there's a steal, but it's going to go right back into the hands, or it's a jump ball, and the alternate possession will go back to West Florida. And as you will see, Mark Campbell substituting 5 players usually every 2 to 2.5 minutes. Sometimes it'll be fewer than 5. But particularly in the first half, you're going to see a lot of trade outs because of using that all-court pressure. So back we are. And this Union team, the vulnerability to the all-court press is if you have another team to be able to break it, and the officials are over trying to talk, I think, about – I don't know if they're talking about where the shot clock is at this point, but they are looking at something on replay here. But when Union's Lady Bulldogs are in the all-court pressure, if the opponents can manage to get a couple of players down court and they can fire a pass down there, they could be left with a 2-1 deficit and oftentimes going for an easy layup. And the officials are, again, I know what it is. One of the shot clocks said 24. The other one said 27. So we have now balanced it out. 24 remaining on the shot clock. Fans continuing to trickle in here to Fred DeLay Gymnasium. Not going to have the big student support that Union had last week. That's because finals were yesterday, and they have headed for the hills. Big bomb 3 not there, and the rebound coming off this time into the hands of Callis, and just going right through the defenders without any worry whatsoever was, in fact, Emma Callis. Union by 5. And there you go. There's a steal. And they're going to have a 4-on-3 situation. Big bomb. No. Iron was unkind for Leah Cauble. And here on that bicycle, excellent block by Callis at the opposite end. Emma's going to take it the same way. Left hand curl layup is there. 14-7. And there they are with the 3 women all-court pressure. Stolen again, but they're going to get it back. Now going for about a 26-footer, and that is off the mark, and they're going to let that one go. The one thing that trading players in and out as often as Mark Campbell does, everybody gets playing time, but the other thing is everybody is fresh. You don't see many players on this Union team playing this kind of offense and defense that will be in the game longer than about 22 minutes. And quick release, 3 is there. And they are red hot from outside. Lauren West with her first from behind the arc. And Union up by 10. Beautiful turnaround hook. Absolutely wonderful on the turnaround for Delaney Truschel. And yes! There's your answer again for Lauren West, and I can tell you she can fire it as if there is no stopping. Union already 4 out of 6 from behind the arc. That was perfect. And overshooting the layup. Oh my goodness, she had a perfect ticket to the basket, and Truschel just had too much on it. Got a good turnout of fans from West Florida who have made the trip up. Tipped, quick release, that's going to be short. You can tell that, but Union picks it up underneath. West again, no, short. Sutherland comes down with a rebound, and she's going to try to take it all the way, too high. Now they're open for the bomb. Had the range, but the iron was unkind for Taylor. Cauble has to pick herself up off the deck. And again, one thing that Union has just been noted for with this kind of offense and defense, and trying to just drive in the lane and forced her way through the defenders. Brooke Hampel, and that is getting up double digits. And they have, and timeout is called. We'll pick up that storyline in a moment. Union leads it 22-9 back after these messages.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us. A promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
Well, Mark Campbell, again, you talk about this game is hardly, I'm talking about just inches beyond halfway through the first 10 minutes, and Union with already 22 on the board. And the question comes up, well, who do you concentrate on trying to take out of their game as Buster Bulldog looks on? And the fact of the matter is, already 6 different Lady Bulldogs have scored. It is very difficult to decide you're going to double team one specific player because they have so many weapons on the floor. West Florida's got a huge number of weapons, but they're absolutely being challenged right and left with this all-court pressure. And they have to blow the buzzer dead because the clock did not start. And so the question is, yeah, they're going to bring it in on the side. That clock froze at 4:27. Now finally a second is ticked off of it. But not a bad turnout for a mid-December Friday evening in here for Fred DeLay Gymnasium, because you don't see many Friday evening games here on this floor. We had one last Friday night against Christian Brothers, but tonight, I think this is the only time I can remember in Union University history that they've played 2 consecutive Friday night games on successive weeks. And look at their double and triple teaming the ball. But they're in excellent shape so they can fly back down the floor very quickly. Excellent bounce pass, but stripped away. Here's an interesting thing. Nobody's been to the free throw line yet. Big bomb. No, short. But Union with the offensive board. You talk about somebody like Anusin, who can just has that low center of gravity and balance. Open again for the 3. No. But the follow is not there. And so 3 opportunities on that possession. Union tried to scramble to get it away. They are all over every possible combination on this floor. That was Keely Robinson who nearly got the steal. But you look up, and it has to be a situation like that to be able to get it off the floor. High banking 3 is not there, and Shanique Lucas comes down with it. She's the veteran. She has just breakaway speed and huge balance. And Houston's going to take it all the way and was fouled. Jazzy will go to the free throw line for a couple. That is actually our first foul of the entire game, and that one was on Johnson. Shania Johnson, her first, and so Jazzy and Houston goes to the line and trying to extend that 13-point lead, and got it. And this time Mark's only going to send one reserve in. And picks them both up. Union up 24-9. That is not a deficit that, particularly this early in the game, that West Florida is accustomed to. And they finally break that press. You can see they've scouted it. The three is short. They've just not been able to convert from behind the arc. And here goes Lucas. She is so double tough to stop. You can see that almost 180 spin on the pass. And the big three there for Zenson. That is her third three in the first quarter alone. Excellent fake and had it stripped away. It looked like that she was on a free ticket in for a layup and just had it stripped. Lucas just had it get outside of her fingers, and she's going to be called from the backside for a foul. Not a shooting foul, so they'll keep. And here come the big four subs this time. But as we mentioned to you, all of these players get an extraordinary amount of playing time, and Mark Campbell has total confidence in whomever he has on the floor, and that one's going to go astray. That is the fourth turnover of the game for West Florida. Union has coughed it up once, but neither team has picked up a point off the other one's turnovers. That's where Union oftentimes will pick up the big margin, is points off turnovers. They had 40 last Friday night. The jumper, a little bit flat-footed on that one. And back down with the fast break and trying to take it down the lane and having it blocked, but she's going to try for a second one, had it stripped away, and it goes to Union. Sutherland did everything you could ask her for, and there were just too many hands in her face and around the center portion. The Union team averaging 101 points a game. Watch the rotation around the perimeter. And look at that. Left-hand bank doesn't go. And it's a jump ball, and the alternate possession will go back to the Lady Bulldogs with 1:55 remaining. Wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas wherever you happen to be. All of you West Florida fans who may be tuning in, moms, dads, aunts, uncles, cousins, brothers, and sisters. Hope it is a very blessed time of year for all of you, and I hope some of these young ladies will have the opportunity to be home with you during the holiday break. And in between the defenders, left-hand layup by Callis. She has 6. 20-point lead for Union, and that one is the second time that they haven't been able to get a pass off over on that right-hand side by the scorer's table. Turnover committed. And again, another couple of subs come in. We typically don't tell you who they all are because they're in and out so quickly that it becomes very, very difficult for us to be able to identify all of them. So we usually do when they hit a basket. And there's a big, long one. Yes, sir. Lauren West with her third three of the game. Trying an answer three as the defender plays off, and that one's short. They are 1 out of 8 from behind the arc, and that is why they have just had no ability to get any kind of offensive firepower going. And a whistle away from the ball. That's only the third team foul on the Argos. So Union still with about a minute to go. Last week they put 35 up in the first quarter, and going to the deck hard on that collision was Callis. They put up 35 in the first 10 minutes last week against Christian Brothers. So at the line it is going to be Emma Callis. And for the season, she's 75%, 18 out of 24. Transferred in from Malone University. And solid again from the line. But as Mark Campbell tells these young ladies, you cannot sit on a lead like this even though you're 25 ahead in the first quarter. Because this is a team that absolutely has the firepower to be able to come back and make this a ball game. They'll try to go right up the middle if they can. There was a screen being set by Roberts. And that one goes high. It won't drop, but that will send to the free throw line Bostic. She'll have a couple. Taisha, one of the real stars of this West Florida team. She has an extraordinary amount of talent. Tremendous stamina and endurance going up and down the court from Charleston, South Carolina. And she gets the Argos into double digits as Shanique Lucas checks back in for this final minute, or 48 seconds for the Lady Bulldogs. Union 57% from the floor. The screen was set up for the three for Macy Lee, but she chose not to go there. Now she's going to go for the bomb. Yep! Macy Lee with 5 and Union with 37 in the first quarter. Almost to travel, and Lucas, oh my. Yeah, and the game's still in progress. Going for the high three, and then the iron was unkind. And the foul, that is only the 4th team foul so far on West Florida. So Union will play it with an opportunity, and Shanique is shaking off that, I don't know what, smarted on the elbow when she crashed, and she'll come out. She's all right. And Lauren West will check back in. A Union team has never scored 40 points in one quarter. They potentially have the opportunity to do that on this final possession of quarter number 1. And it won't happen here, even though she's taking it all the way down. The foul, and Houston will go to the line and will shoot 2. Foul is charged to Brooke Kane, and 2 more subs come in for defensive purposes. But if she hits one of these, it will be the largest first quarter output for a Union team, and she did, since women's basketball went to quarters just a few short years back, 38-11. Make it 39. And they're in all court pressure to see if they can somehow, and they did. She's going to have to hurry. The bank does not go. Oh, my. It looked as though she had one there. Well, and Houston thought she had it, but the iron was unkind. It was just an unbelievable first quarter. Union 39, West Florida 11. Back with the next 10 minutes after these messages.
Your life. Your home.
Your business, your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
And some of the Union cheerleaders who have not decided to go home yet, they'll be here. We will be back here Sunday afternoon, by the way, as Union will take on Valdosta State, another intense rival of the Lady Bulldogs. And there have been NCAA South regionals between those two teams in the finals twice over recent years. And so that is going to be, I think, a dandy when Valdosta State comes in here on Sunday afternoon. We'll be here at 2 o'clock with the tip-off right here on Flow Sports, and we'll look forward to having you with us. Not a lot of Sunday games are played in the Gulf South, but because so many schools have been in final exams this week, they had to do it Friday, Sunday this weekend rather than the typical Thursday, Saturday. And alternate possession to start the second quarter will go to the Argos. And again, double teaming the ball and making it just absolutely difficult. And tipped away, and Lucas with the steal. 8th turnover for West Florida. And driving on the inside, Olivia Lee, just short. Released it just a little bit before she made the turn. And they scramble to get it across midcourt, finally did. And that one was a little bit too much hesitation, but finally on the second shot, Langford with her first basket of the game and a steal. So this is the first time tonight they've had a chance to get 4, and it's a jump ball, so Union will play it. So far, Union shooting 57% from the floor, 54% three-pointers, and perfect from the line, 6 for 6, leading in rebounding, 14-9. For West Florida, 28% from the floor, only 1 out of 9 in three-pointers, and they've hit the only 2 free throws that they have taken. So that brings you up to date on the key stats. And Lucas, short. She's got a deadly three-point shot, but that one was not there, and neither was that pass on the backside. So turnover number 9. Union usually capitalizes on turnovers more than what they have. Only 3 points in the game off of what is now 10 turnovers for Stephanie Yelton's Argos. Macy Lee, who plays with her sister now after playing her early college career at Samford University. Turnaround, left-hand floater is there. Callis, first to hit double figures with 10. And backside foul is going to be charged to Shanique Lucas. That's her second. These players are going for steals all over the floor. And so Shanique will check out with the 2 fouls. She decided to stay back and play a graduate year because she had another year of eligibility because of COVID. And she's got a lot of help on this team now. Look at this. Well, now that's going to be one difficult to challenge. It's an excellent behind-the-back pass, but tipped away. And I'm telling you, you do anything you can to put a shot up. Smart move on the part of Brooke Kane because she knew there were 3 defenders around her, and she was looking for anything that could send her to the free throw line, and indeed it did. And the foul was charged to Brooke Happel. Union with 2 fouls in this second quarter after being up 39-11 to begin with. And did not get the drop. Brooke from New Hampshire and made her way down to the sunny Gulf of Florida. Misses both of them, and the rebound coming off to Callis. But note the speed that they get down to floor most of the time, 4 to 5 seconds. They're there. Have plenty of time to set up their offense. And how in the world do you stop Emma Callis? 5 out of 6 tonight from the floor. And underneath, with all those hands in her face, she was open a split second, but Langford just could not convert. Big bomb. No, off the mark. Macy Lee let fly on one, but Union will go to the line. Sutherland commits the foul, and here comes 3 check-ins now for Stephanie Yelton. Union will not go to the line. They will play it underneath with Ann Houston. And Macy Lee, in between two defenders, had to kick it back out because it went off of her knee. They have 10 on the shot clock. That double change of pace spin move and the curl bank shot. Macy with 7. She's already been a goal. And there you go. There's a steal. And Union will play it. The foul trying to reclaim it is charged to Taylor. So Ann Houston will toss it in once again. That young lady is probably as unselfish as any player that you'll ever see. She can get double digits a night, but she's always looking for the open player. Here we go, same play. Had it blocked that time. Excellent block. And trying to drive it home, the left-hand layup is there for Taylor. And again, watch the spin move, and wasn't able to drive it through, but the follow is there for Brooke Hampel. This Union team works so well with the left hand underneath. And that's something that is hard for coaches to teach. Now, this is what I was talking about. Union was very vulnerable to a 2-on-1, but this team gets back so quickly on defense. Here's a steal. It's going to be a foot race, but Macy's going to bring it back outside. Big bomb. No, too far left. They'll scramble for it. And Lauren will kick it outside. I'll tell you, that young lady is as dangerous as any player in the country. Down to 7 on the shot clock. They're going to have to hurry. And went into too much traffic. And Houston coughed it up. Bomb is short. Yeah, I think that was just a bit outside of the range of Alford. And getting set to check back in is Leah Cauble. She is another streak shooting 3. Union's had 7 players scoring so far tonight, but they've got 4 more that have been in the game that could easily do it. One of them is Leah Cauble. And Houston thought about driving it in, but here you go. Nobody's going to stop Olivia Lee, and she's just a freshman. Just relentless defensive pressure. And kicked away. Lauren West knocks it away. 23 still on the shot clock, though, for... And checking out is Macy Lee for a rest. And so Stephanie Yelton is also trying to sub as many of her players as she can because of how up and down the floor they are being challenged. Almost stolen, and it is. 13th turnover. Shiley Morrison looking for someone open, and here goes West. She's got a lane and overshot it on the layup. And quick release. 3 is there. Lauren West with 4 of them tonight. She's got 12. She and Callis are the game leaders. And that one's just too far. Trust me, this is an outstanding West Florida team, but it is so hard for them to get their offense in place because of this relentless Union defense. It's 52-15, Union on top. Back after this.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
This has to be extraordinarily.
Is Old Frosty on its last legs? Don't wait until it's old and cold. Give your home and family the gift of comfort. A new York HVAC system with a free 10-year parts and labor warranty from McCoy's Heating and Air. Get the security and savings of a 10-year parts and labor warranty free with the purchase of qualifying systems. So you and your whole family can celebrate in comfort with the gift that keeps on giving. A new York HVAC system delivered by Santa and his merry team of technicians at McCoy's Heating and Air.
Tough for Stephanie Yelton, who is one of the outstanding coaches in the Gulf South Conference. Go above that, the country. Just her team plays with such outstanding discipline. It's just they're facing a defense with this relentless all-court pressure that takes you completely out of your game and your tempo. And as I mentioned, they've come in here 7-2 on the season, and one of the losses was just to the conference co-leader Lee, 66-62. And anytime you play a Marty Rowe team that close, I mean, you've got talent out there, and West Florida always does. It's just, and I can tell you, I've been calling college basketball for 31 years, and this is a game and a team like I don't think I've ever seen. And once again, trying to reach in and stuff it. Boy, West wanted to fire up on that one. Underneath, nobody could stop her. Olivia Lee got behind everybody. She was playing at Trinity Christian Academy here in Jackson last year. Now she's a double-digit average scorer. High long three. Again, the iron unkind. They have missed 11 of 12, and that is so uncharacteristic for the Argos. And again, same play. Olivia Lee, they go in and go left and go up with the left hand. 56-15. And the jumper. And again, they just will not fall. So many one-shot possessions that are not turnovers. Going down the baseline, reverse layup does not go for Olivia. And this is going to be a foot race and overshooting it again. Oh, my. There you go. Too much on it. Keely Robinson wide open on the give and go, but she put it up too far left off of the glass. And this is one of those games, if you're in a situation like West Florida, you've just got to stay with your game. Play with the discipline that you can. Long bomb, short. Robinson the rebound. And here they go trying to pressure the baseline. She's double teamed this time, and the jump ball will send it back down at the opposite end. 5th turnover for the Lady Bulldogs, who are about to get a brand new 5 in. And most of them are from the starting 5, but they also have, trying to see who else is in there. Brooke Hampel is in there, and they're going to go for the big bomb. This is for the home run, and the layup is there. That is how you try to beat that all-court pressure, is if you can to go for the home run pass, and they succeeded. And driving on the inside, left hand there, and the foul. Hampel with 6. Truschel commits the foul. So going for the three-point play is Brooke Hampel. She's got 6 so far this evening. Graduate transfer from UTC, and she nails it. So, got a little less than 3 minutes remaining, and Union has already piled in 20 in this second quarter. Steal. I don't think they'll catch her. and she overshot it. I think that was one of those situations that Courtney Zinsen, she just absolutely didn't realize she was that wide open and just didn't put it up softly. Under 3 minutes to go in the first half. And the bank, this is such an uncharacteristic shooting night for West Florida. I can remember one game on this floor when they shot 56%. And there you go underneath on the drive and crashing down hard. And going to the line for two will be Zinsen. She has absolutely no fear of numbers or height. She'll go in and challenge it. She scores here, she would be the third Lady Bulldog. And she's just a freshman. She'd be the third Lady Bulldog to get in double figures, and she does, and Union has hit 60. And that's the first free throw miss of the night. Union 7 out of 8. And still in there with triple pressure, stolen away. Going for the bomb. No. But quickly underneath, and Shanique Lucas is clobbered, but I think they are not going to call a foul on that. Or are they going to chart? No. Well, let's see. Union will play it underneath. A little bit of confusion, and Leah Caldwell sits down. Well, Lucas will go to the free throw line. At one point, it looked like the official was signaling down to the floor. This young lady from Papua New Guinea and also has lived in Thailand. Her dad, David, we hear from him quite a bit, and also her sister is part of this team. That's something you rarely see, is 2 free throw misses. But look at that. Macy Lee just makes it up. She's the fourth Lady Bulldog in double figures. Shanique Lucas, I can't count how many times that she may have missed 2 free throws in one possession, and if that is on her, that is her. No, that's going to be on Anusin. So checking out Shanique Lucas. Well, except for the West Georgia game on the road, in which Union won at 96-86 after trailing actually in the fourth quarter. This Union team, you play them, and it is just like a whirlwind. And Bostic connects her 2 free throws. And going right through everyone. Nicely timed block. You just have to have great timing on defense to be able to make something like that go. High arcing 3 is there. So Bostic gets in double figures with 12. Cross court. In and out. Iron was unkind. She's going to try it again. No. Same result. And trying to get out of that travel. That pressure, she finally did. And they're going to go from the corner. I told you that this team could get on a streak, and they finally have after missing it. But right down the way, and the layup is there. So it's back to a 40-point margin. But this West Georgia team, highly capable of getting on a streak in three-point shooting. And they're going again, and in and out. I think that would have had their bench up if that had happened. And yes, sir. 3 in a row, and Bostic now with 18 points to lead this game. But Taisha's got to have a lot more help, and Union may play this for the final shot. They're staying around the perimeter. If somebody's wide open, they'll probably take it. And they go for it. And they got it. Macy Lee with 13 to lead the Lady Bulldogs. And she goes for the long one. No, off to the right. Trucial made a great opportunity at it, and the West Florida team finally came alive with some threes late in the quarter. But still, Union with a 29-17 edge to be on top 68-28 at halftime. And I've got to go back and look, but that may be a record for a Union team at halftime. We'd have to go back through a lot of the NAIA years when Union was a dominant team, but that's the way it goes. Let me run down the scoring for you right now. Tyesha Bostic just did a tremendous job of rallying the troops late, and she's 4 out of 6 from behind the arc, 18 points to be the game leader across the board, but she's got to have some help because there's 5 other players that have a single basket, and they have not been able to. It's just so tough against this relentless defense. For Union, Macy Lee's three-pointer there at the end, and she's got 3 of them. 13 points. Emma Callis with 12. Lauren West with 12, and she has 4 three-pointers in the game, 4 out of 7. And Zinson with 10. And she's got 3 three-pointers. Union 10 out of 22 from behind the arc for 46%, 53% overall from the field. It's just been domination, and that's all you can say about it, as the Lady Bulldogs lead it 68-28 as they take a break. And we are going to do that right now. When we come back, we'll give you all of the team halftime statistics. So everybody stay with us.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports.
The Jackson Rockabillys, Union and Bethel Universities, USJ, TCA, JCS, and Peabody.
Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers.
Thanks to the sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Your life, your home,
Your business. Your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us, a promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Are you looking for a Christian college or are starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
Your life. Your home.
Your business. Your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us, a promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
All right, let's take a look at how it all broke down in the first half. And you're going to see just dominant performance across the board from Union. Field goals, 53% for the Lady Bulldogs. They were 25 of 47. And for UWF, they were 10 out of 31 for 32%. That is well below their 40% season average. Three-pointers. Union 10 out of 22. At one point, they were 58%. Union 10 out of 22 for 46%. West Florida, pardon me. I know they don't want me calling them West Georgia. West Florida, 25%. Now, this is a team that missed 11 of its first 12 and then finally got on a run and nailed down 3 3-pointers in a row late in the second quarter. So they were 4 out of 16 for 25%. And the real difficulty for them is they missed their first 8 3-pointers in the first quarter alone. And all of them were one-shot possessions. And you look on that almost the same way as a turnover. Free throws, Union 8 out of 11. They hit their first 7 in the game, 73%. And West Florida, 4 out of 6. For 67. Union with the huge edge in rebounding, 29-17, and that includes 11 offensive rebounds, second chance points that have been huge for them in the game. Union has forced 16 turnovers on West Georgia, and they have used that to pile in 13 points off those mistakes. West Georgia actually has a pretty good percentage right here. 5 turnovers they forced off Union, and they've scored 4 points off those mistakes. But let's just face it, it is very, very hard to go against a juggernaut like that and not see statistics this way all the way across the board. And the bottom line to it is that's why the Lady Bulldogs are dominating. They were up 39-11 in the first quarter, and that was absolutely the all-time record in a single quarter for a Union women's team, 39 points. And we haven't been able to check, but we think the 68 points is a record for halftime for a Union team as well. And I'll come back again to say this West Georgia team is one that we have tremendous amount of respect for because they came in here 7-2. They've got loads of talent on this team. They've got a great inside game, an outside game, but facing the relentless pressure of this all-court defense and the constant substitutions that Mark Campbell makes, it is just very, very difficult for them to play their normal game. It's just a matter of fact. In fact, I'm looking here at coming into the game tonight. West Florida has been holding their opponents to 59 a game, and already they've given up 68 in the first half to Union. It is absolutely like nothing I think I've ever seen before with these kind of numbers across the board. Want to remind all of you that are part of our Flow Sports Network, we will be here again Sunday afternoon. I know that's rare, but we'll be here Sunday afternoon as Union will be taking on Valdosta State, and the Blazers and Lady Blazers will be in here, and that's another combination, particularly in women's basketball, that there has been an intense rivalry between Union and VSU over the course of the last 10 years since Union has been part of Division II, and twice those two teams met, Union and Valdosta State, on this very floor in the finals of the NCAA South Regionals over the last 10 years. And so it will be a dandy of a game. Even with Union's full court pressure, Valdosta State always has a way of being able to unlock the key and turn things around. So that's one last look at your halftime stats. And so we are about a minute away from tip-off. But anyway, 2 o'clock will be the women's tip-off. We'll also have the men's game between Union and Valdosta State at 4 o'clock Sunday afternoon right here on the Flow Sports app. And tonight at approximately 7:30, we'll have the men's matchup between Union and West Georgia, and that's one that on paper, you look at the stats with those two teams, which mean absolutely nothing when they get on the floor, but the stats of those two teams, you'd think it was about as even as it could be. Union, the Bulldogs, 72 points a game and giving up 72 a game. West Florida, 74 they've scored per game, and they're giving up 74. And they have a brand new interim coach for West Florida's men, and we'll be talking about that on that telecast, again, coming your way at approximately 7:30. As for right now, the Lady Bulldogs will have first possession in the second half. And Stephanie Yelton, you say, well, what can you tell your team when you go in the locker room and you're down by 40 at halftime? You just tell them, play the kind of game that you did at the end of the half, where suddenly you got open, the three-pointers began to drop, and Lady Bulldogs started up again. Macy Lee, who can do it inside and outside, and tries it from outside, and that one was short, and they cannot save it. Trying to make the stretch underneath was her sister Olivia, but that was just too far for her to extend. There's another Lee sister that plays college basketball, not for Union, Savannah Lee. And Union quickly gets back down to challenge. And I think what happened there was that Bella Stone thought that somebody was over there in the corner, and there was not a cutter. So that's turnover number 17. Ann Yushin, the graduate transfer from San Diego, and what an addition she has been, and that one was too far right for Olivia Lee. This time, And missing the layup and coming away with it, Macy Lee. Just so many hands in the face. Big bomb three. Zenson with 13 now. That one was from about 30 feet out. And double teaming once again, just having such a difficult time getting across midcourt. Now they got a 2-on-1, but the reverse layup doesn't go. It will come back to the Argos. Bostic had such a tremendous first half, 5 of 8 from the floor, 4 out of 6 in three-pointers, and Mark Campbell is already substituting 5. As we mentioned early in the game, he has total confidence in whatever unit he has out there because they've all had such tremendous experience, and unfortunately, the ball went against the back of the backboard, but they give it back to West Florida. In hands up constantly on defense. And the speed that this Union team has to stay, it's hard to get screens against them. Going for the 30-footer. And again, it's off the mark. And they give it back once again to West Florida. This is a rare thing to see a minute and a half gone in a quarter in a Union team with only 2 points. And stop and pop. 3 is there, 2 is there. She was inside the gray. Bostic with 20 already. And clobbered in good sportsmanship on the back end as Bostic helps up Leah Cauble. So Union will play it underneath. Lauren West, who is just so double tough. And she just goes right through her defender. And they'll send it back in the other direction. She was frustrated at not being able to get that offensive rebound. She had 4 3-pointers in the first half. And that one off the back of the iron. And they kick it to the outside for a beautiful 3. Nicely navigated by Kane. And that was her first 3 of the game, and she's their leading scorer. Open for the 3, Shiley Morrison, the answer shot. That's so, and a steal. Turn, left-hand curl is there again for Callis. She's Union's leader with 14. And that's what you say. This team, and a big 3 on the outside. You know, one might have wondered what would have happened had this team been able to connect on even 4 or 5 more of those 3s and trying to get the steal, and charged with the foul is Taylor. That's her second. What might have happened if this West Florida team had not been 1 out of 12 in 3-pointers out of the first 13 they shot in the first half. If you're dealing with only being down about 15 instead of 30 or 40, she's going to have to hurry to get that one in. Union spreads out the offense once again. Nice block, but Union will play it again with 13 on the shot clock. Morrison, who can do just about anything she wants to with the ball. And she directs that traffic so beautifully. Big bomb off to the left. And the ball was on the end line, so it goes back to West Florida. Lady Bulldogs have not had the crispness in this third quarter that they did in the first 2. And goes back the other way. Lauren West knocked it away. And here comes the other 5 checking back in. Union has had 9 different players to score, 4 of them in double figures. And trying to go through all the defenders, and the foul, nice job on the drive, will send Langford to the line for 2. Langford so far tonight has hit 1 field goal. She has not been to the line. West Florida 4 out of 6. 5 out of 7 now for 71%. This is also a West Florida team that characteristically won't come close to giving up 18 turnovers in a game. And that one was uncharacteristically sloppy on the part of the Lady Bulldogs, as Mark Campbell's going to take timeout. 6.5 remaining in the third quarter. Union up 76-38.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Stephanie Yelton's Argos in this third quarter, after being down 68-28 at halftime, they've actually outscored Union 10-7 in this quarter. Make it 10-8. And I imagine, in the number of years I've known Mark Campbell, that timeout was instinctive to tell this team, okay, yeah, we're up huge here right now, but we don't slop out on our fundamentals. And I think he saw that. Kisharna Lucas, who is Shanique's sister, and she's in. She's an excellent defensive player, and that almost hit Ann Houston. And here we go. Here's a steal. It's going to be a one-on-one race, and down the stretch it doesn't go. So here they go once again. And in between 2 defenders, Union almost has a triangle there in the paint. And they've just had a difficult time penetrating. Beautiful three-pointer by Taylor, her first of the game. And trying the answer shot. Nope. Too far right on that one for Zenson. So West Florida trying to pour on the pressure here. That one's too far right, and here comes Ann Houston. What a bounce pass underneath to Lucas. And the bounce pass has almost become a dinosaur, but not there the way Ann Houston delivered it. She's going to be one of the leaders in assists in this entire conference. And on the inside and trying to curl between 2 defenders, and it is picked up They're going to scramble for it. It will go back to the Argos. Union was up in the first quarter 39-11. And Kasharna Lucas checks out, and back in is Olivia Lee. And the officials having a bit of a conference. Each team has committed 2 fouls here in the third quarter. I think we're set to go once again. They're scrambling to find anybody open, and jump ball, and the alternate possession will go to Union. And there's a little confusion there because it was Union's alternate possession. There we go. Now they got it back on the on the scoreboard at the scorer's table. And the kick outside the screen is perfect. Lucas with 7. Hers are coming at such a scattered point of the game that it's hard to believe that she gets close to double figures. It's a quiet 7 for her. And underneath, a nice drive inside for Bostic. She's had herself an evening with 22. And Lucas, that quick pass, answers the layup at the opposite end. Shanique with 9. And suddenly Union has found the range once again. And the bomb. Iron was unkind for Bostic. She may end up with 30 in this game. And Lucas going through everybody. That was ill-advised because she had 4 defenders on her. And here comes Bostic again. And they're going to charge that one to Ann-Usen. They said she was moving, and so you have a situation like that. That is going to go to the, and let's see what happens. We have timeout on the floor. So Union up by 40, 4 minutes remaining. Let's visit with our sponsors. Well, we got the research that we always are so indebted to our good friend Stephen Aldridge for this. The 68 points that Union had in the first half is not an all-time record. What it is the fourth most points and a half in program history for Union. The record was in 2019, 4 years ago, against Fisk University from Nashville, 77 points in a first half. So that clears everything up. But whatever, you got 68 in the first half, and it is, shall we say, a rather amazing total. And this is an amazing young lady who has been putting on a show tonight for West Georgia. I know she would trade it in probably to be closer in the score, but she is giving everything possible. Gets the free throw. She's perfect, 5 for 5 from the line. Taisha, graduate student, staying on for that extra year of eligibility, and nails them both. She's got 4 3-pointers, perfect from the line tonight, 7 of 12 from the field. And that one was an ill-advised pass into too much traffic. And they're going to go to the inside. Lucas tried to slap it away, and the jumper does not go. Union so quickly down. And look at that pass again, but beautifully blocked on the inside. And here goes the crash again, and the alternate possession will go back to the Argos. when you talk about a game being physical, that's when it gets that way. And you have that crash, and Mark Campbell sends in another couple of substitutions. Checking back in, Brooke Hampel and Lauren West. Between the two of them, they have 21 points in tonight's game. They have to hurry to get it in. Finally did. And they're keeping it largely in the backcourt because it is so hard against this defensive formation. And what a high bank for Bostic. As I say, she's putting on a show. 24 tonight. Big bomb. Nope. Iron was unkind. West thought about going right back up. And again, Morrison's curl pass, and Mark Campbell shaking his head at that one at the opposite end of the floor as Union making a few extra turnovers, and driving in is Brooke Kane, and she will go to the line for two. That foul was charged to Hampel. So once again, Mark is going to shuttle players in and out. Macy Lee checks back out, as does Olivia Lee. And right through the heart. Kane with 6. She came in with an average of 15.4 per game. And she still has a chance to hit that if she gets really hot down the stretch of this game. But they have taken her out of the leadership, and they have allowed Bostic to have her points tonight. Kicking to the outside. No, in and out. West with the stop and pop, and it will not go. And Union with a third opportunity. And from the corner. Yes! The three is there for Brooke Hampel. She becomes the 5th Lady Bulldog in double figures, and that's her first 3 of the game. Still 2 minutes to go here in this third quarter. A little bit too high and trying a desperation. Let's see if Bostic goes. No, short. And that one was off of the hands of Lauren West. The big key for a team like Union with this kind of all-court pressure and constant shuttling of players in and out is trying to keep the team healthy. Now, he's got 10, 11 players that can be counted on for strong performances on any given night, but you got to keep them healthy. Going for the bomb. No. And West comes away with it. It's hard to keep that ball out of Lauren's hands. And she goes for a big one that's well short, and Union can't save that one. Lady Bulldogs have fallen off in their three-point percentages. That's now 14 out of 33 for 42%. They were up around 54 at one point in the first half. And it's a 2-on-1 situation, and blocked from behind. It looked like a free ticket for Sutherland Case, and she could not make it. Hampel is going to try to take it down the lane, stops and fires, and it goes right. Union getting a little bit colder from the field as we're under a minute to go, and oh my goodness. I hope that's not a knee situation. Big bomb. Leah Cauble with her first 3 of the game. That's the 15th from behind the arc for Union. There was one coach in the conference who said that you look at a team like Union, and with the scoring, you'd think you were in the NBA. And I'm hard put to disagree with him. And they're going to try to outrun them. And, oh, they were robbed. All right, Union in the final half minute, a chance to go to 90. And still another quarter to go. And they're going to play it for the final shot. Shiley Morrison going to take it right down the lane, had it stripped away. So they got 5 seconds to attempt to put one up. Shot clock is off. And Shanique Lucas is in, so look for a backdoor play from Mark Campbell. He sets this up just for situations like that. And Shanique Lucas, his experienced veteran, she has the ability. That's what it is. It set it up for Shanique, and it was tipped away, but underneath it did not fall. Oh, my. Hampel with the offensive board could not make the layup fall. So we go to the final 10 minutes of play. It is still all Union, 89-49. Let's take a break, and we'll come back with the final 10.
Is Old Frosty on its last legs? Don't wait until it's old and cold. Give your home and family the gift of comfort. A new York HVAC system with a free 10-year parts and labor warranty from McCoy's Heating and Air. Get the security and savings of a 10-year parts and labor warranty free with the purchase of qualifying systems. So you and your whole family can celebrate in comfort with the gift that keeps on giving. A new York HVAC system delivered by Santa and his merry team of technicians at McCoy's Heating and Air.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
As Stephanie Yelton goes over the game plan for the Argos in the fourth quarter. And I'm sure one thing they would like to do is to keep the Lady Bulldogs from hitting the century mark once again. That is easier said than done. Let's bring you a scoring update. And Tyesha Bostic is having herself a night indeed. 24 points, 8 out of 14 from the floor, 4 of 8 from behind the arc, and perfect from the free throw line. And she's the only one in double figures for West Florida, but she's doing everything that is asked of her. For Union, 5 players in double figures, led by Emma Callis with 14, 13 for Macy Lee, and for Courtney Zinson, 12 for Hampel and West. And Union with the opening possession, and it is West just short with the 3. And they couldn't save it. Between Shiley Morrison and Leah Cauble, they're going to go after every loose ball in their vicinity. Trust me. And this is a 2-on-1 situation, and the ball went right between the legs of Kane. That's one of the challenges of the bounce pass. It is so difficult in this day and time to do them in a crisp fashion. 21 turnovers tonight for West Florida, and they've given up 21 points off those mistakes to Union. And again, firing it too crisply. Olivia Lee just could not find her target underneath the basket. And again, they are in all kinds of trouble. Stolen. And it goes back to Union. That just constant. It is like watching a buzzsaw in the backcourt. And let's see, she's working one-on-one. And they call a violation on Olivia Lee. So Union now with 11 turnovers in the game. They finally managed to get it inbounds. Union spreading out the defenders, playing this man-to-man in the half-court situation. And too long. So neither team has scored in the first minute, and that has been the antithesis of what we've seen in the first three quarters. And Ann Houston. And Lucas somehow gets it back away. That one is, the iron was just not going to allow it for Olivia Lee. Overshooting the layup, but the follow is there for Alford. Her first basket of the game. And the bomb does not drop, but underneath, the foul will send Macy Lee to the line. But I mentioned, so many of these players on this Union team, they do not pile up lots of minutes. The most minutes in this game registered by Brooke Hampel with 17, 16 each for Ann Houston, Macy Lee, and Shiley Morrison. So they're all fresh throughout the game. And Macy gets Union on the board here in the fourth. Drops them both. Macy now with 15. 3 for 7 from behind the arc. She's got a steal in the game tonight, and Union still in that full court pressure. Watch Lucas try to get that one away. Has some of the quickest hands you'll ever see. And blocked and picked up. Macy just was not going to be denied. Oh, that one's short. You could tell it. She just released it and went for the arc more than she did to the shot. Getting a little sloppy down here at both ends of the floor. Union will play it. And, yeah, she's all right. And Houston took a spill. That's what I talk about. Anytime you see one of them go to the floor, it just absolutely makes your breath. And I know this is the same way for both of these teams. You don't want to see one of them to go down on the floor. Kisharna Lucas back in, and Shanique will go out. Shanique will probably be back in there before this one is over with. Almost stolen, and it is. And this will be a foot race, and Bostic may not be denied on this one. Oh, she was robbed. And they've overshot 2 of them. Now for the bomb. No, 3 opportunities, and it goes out of bounds. They say it was knocked out by Union. They had 3 opportunities at it and could not make it drop. And again, look at that. That's off their hands that time. It went off of the hands of Taylor. 27th turnover. That just does not happen with your typical West Florida team. Oh, my goodness. Hampel just lost it. Took her eye off of it, and the alternate possession is going in the other way. And Mark Campbell is up off the bench. I can tell you, even with a 40-point lead, he does not tolerate taking your foot off the gas as far as he never tries to run up the score, but he just does not want to see fundamentals go by the board. Nice lob pass on the inside, and Kane now with 9. And from the corner, in and out. Well, that's one of those. Union has somehow grown cold. They're now under 40% from the arc. And the 3 is there. So Truschel with 8. And they've knocked it down to a 35-point deficit. Remember, we got the men's doubleheader coming up on the Flow Sports app about 25 minutes after this one is over. And the stretch is not going to make it happen once again for Zinson. This young lady is so lightning fast, an exciting player to watch. And drawing the foul is Kisharna Lucas, so she'll get a couple. And 3 subs coming in for Stephanie Yelton. And in and out off the back of the iron. Short on both of them. And they come down with the board. And here they go working the perimeter once again. And underneath with 2 defenders on her, and terrific job on the part of Langford. And they are on a 7-0 run that was just stopped. Zinson with her 5th 3 to give her 16. And she is Union's leader in the contest tonight. And Bostic, it just rims across. So frustrating when those things don't drop and you had the open look at it. Big bomb. Yes, sir. Zinson with 19, 6 3-pointers. Lady Bulldogs threatening the century mark once again. And West Florida slowing it down, trying to get it to the inside, and that went off the fingertips. And I believe that was off the fingertips of Roberts. So we got timeout. Got another little less than 5 to go, and Lady Bulldogs up 97-58. Back with more after this.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us, a promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
We have some high school players from the area that are not playing tonight that have come out to see Union in action, and one of them visited with us in our booth at halftime. Ava Barham, who is one of the standout post players for University School of Jackson. She is nursing a shoulder injury that could keep her out for a little bit longer, but she's telling me she hopes to get back in action on that, and I know that her fans are hoping that that indeed will happen. Lady Bulldogs checking back in. A little bit less than 5 to go. And this has been the same story that has been written in all but really one of their games so far this season. Just an evening to dominate. The fans are yelling for her to shoot, and she has not. And on the inside, almost traveling, and that one was thrown away. A little bit of indecision by Keely Robinson. So Union now with 14 turnovers in the game. Mark Campbell is yelling for the defensive setup to change. Down to 10 on the shot clock from the corner. And Stedman, Sierra Stedman, who's in for the Lady Bulldogs. Going for the big long one. It is 100. Shiley Morrison, her second three of the game, so century once again. Under 4. And again, they're going to try an answer shot, and that one's short. And the corner is Robinson. Getting close to the 3-minute mark. Now they got to hurry. They're less than 10. Same thing. No, iron unkind. And crashing over near the scorer's table. Taking that blow hard was Lauren West. She's okay. I'm telling you, that's a resilient young lady. So we'll take a short timeout. Union on top by 42. More in a moment.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
100-58. And this seems to be a Friday night tradition for the Lady Bulldogs so far this year. This is the third time they played a Friday game and have struck gold at 100. Now all that remains is just where the final will end up. Going for the long one. Just too much on it. And another offensive rebound. That is the 20th of this game. How about the 21st? West. No. She had the range. I tell you, Lauren is 4 out of 12, but at least 4 more of those were right in the cylinder and went out. Big one, almost banked in. Stone almost had a bank three. Mark Campbell getting set to put his subs in again, and there's the steal. 29 turnovers tonight. Trying to get a backdoor pass, and nobody was open. Now, there's the push, and that goes too far left. Union now 18 of 49 in threes, but in the first half, particularly the first 16 minutes, they were shooting at about a 54% clip from behind the arc. Huge push for a three that doesn't go. And they're going to have, oh my, what a spill. Union will play it. But that's an intense defense on the part of Claire Sutherland Case. She will fight you for every loose ball. Anna McCready checking in for Union. As Mark Campbell will play the final just a little bit less than 2 minutes with many of his bench players coming in. Although everybody technically is a bench player except the starters, from the standpoint is that about 2 minutes into the game, he's going to be bringing them in, usually in a group of 5. Open for the three. No. They've tried 53 pointers in this game. And the jumper doesn't fall. And Ann Houston up for the rebound as we get close to the 1 minute mark. And they're staying tight with this man-to-man defensive pressure. Backdoor feed, and it hung up on the lip. Oh, that was right there for Leah Cauble, and it just would not drop. That was like a 10-foot putt that is hanging on the edge and not dropping, and there's the foul. So that will send Truschel to the line. She has a chance to get into double figures. Truschel tonight has not been to the free throw line. She has picked up a couple of three-pointers and connects. And this would make her the second Argo to hit double figures. And she does it. So 100-60. And it stayed on a 40-point Union lead since halftime when it was 68-28. And again, they keep it around the perimeter with 15 on the shot clock. And for the long one. Nope. Just not falling as they did in the first half from behind the arc. Otherwise, Union might have had 120 in this game. Here's a steal. This is going to be hard to stop. Down the stretch she goes. She's got to slow it back up. Excellent job of picking her up on defense by Sutherland Case. And Union's just going to hold it out and skate the game timeout, and that will do it. Lady Bulldogs winning it 100-60 to go 10-0 on the season, 5-0 in the Gulf South. West Florida 7-3 on the year and 4-2 in the Gulf South. The Argos were led by Tyesha Bostic with 26 points. She was 9 of 19 from the field and 4 of 4 from the free throw line. She also had 4 3-pointers. And then double digits also for Truschel. Delaney ended up tonight with 10 points. She had 2 3-pointers, and she added 3 rebounds and 4 steals during the contest. For Union, it was just a conglomeration right there in double figures, 5 of them. And during the course of the game, 10 different Lady Bulldogs scored. 19 points for Courtney Zinson, and she had 6 3-pointers in the game. In fact, all of her points from the floor were 3-pointers, and she added 2 steals and 3 rebounds. She's going to be our player of the game tonight for Union University. And then 15 for Macy Lee, the team's leader for the season, and she hit her average tonight, 5 of 10. She had 3 3-pointers and 2 rebounds, 2 steals. 14 for Emma Callis, one of her fine performances. She was 6 of 8 from the floor. And then 12 points each for Brooke Hampel and Lauren West. And Lauren, all of her, she was with 4 3-pointers in the game, added 5 rebounds as well. And then right on the edge of all of that, Shanique Lucas with 9. And that's the way it went. Union up 39-11 in the first quarter, 68-28 at halftime, and then just played it on even terms as we were in the third and fourth quarter and hit the century mark again to defeat West Florida 100-60. Well, for those of you who are on our Flow Sports Network, we will be back here in approximately 27 minutes with the men's half of this doubleheader, and we'll look forward to having all of you with us. It should be an even-Steven game all the way down, and I'm looking forward to having you with us once again. In case you're not going to be with us, we wish you all an extraordinary Merry Christmas, and we certainly hope that you will enjoy the Christmas season with you and yours. I'm Steve Beverly saying so long from the great hub city of West Tennessee, where the final score tonight, Union Lady Bulldogs 100, West Florida Argos 60. This has been a presentation of Flow Sports, the Gulf South Conference, and its member institutions. Good night, everybody.
for a Christian college or are starting the college search process, I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Live from Fred DeLay Gymnasium in Jackson, Tennessee, Flow Sports proudly presents Gulf South Conference basketball. Tonight, the Union Bulldogs playing host to West Florida's Argos on David Blackstock Court. Good evening, everyone. I'm Steve Beverly. Welcome you to tonight's contest. And for Coach Dave Niven's Union Bulldogs, it's an opportunity to try to right the ship. After winning their first 2, the Bulldogs have dropped 5 of their last 6. Union has been playing even with most of its opponents, 72 points a game they're scoring, and then giving up 72 a game. But during the recent skid, it's been a case of falling behind double digits in the first half and having to scramble to try to make rallies, and that's oftentimes cost them a lot of energy. Now, newcomers Ahmad Johnson and Ahmad Pike lead Union with 16 and 12-point-a-game averages, and senior Jeremiah Littlepage is knocking home 10 a game, and he leads the team with an average of 6 rebounds. Dave Niven also hopes to see improvement in the Bulldogs' three-point shooting because they come into tonight's game at only 33% for the season. Now, for West Florida, it's been an early season of struggles. The Argos are 3-6 overall and 1-4 in the Gulf South. And like Union, they have dropped 5 of their last 6. And the interim head coach, Justin Mann, is in a situation that he did not expect when the season started. On November the 15th, West Florida officials announced in a very brief statement that Jeff Burkhamer was out as head coach, and no reason was given. Mann was named the interim head coach. In the previous 2 seasons, he was head coach at Independence, Kansas Community College. Well, just as the case with Union, as both teams are doing their final warm-ups on the floor, The Argos have played even with their 9 opponents. They averaged 74 a game, and they've given up 74. Xavier Washington leads the way for West Florida with a 16-point average, and Lithuanian Tauvydas Kupstas is chipping in with 12. The Argos have also struggled from behind the arc, and Coach Mann hopes they can do a better job of defending the 3 tonight. On paper, this looks to be evenly matched, and we'll see if reality matches paper when these two teams play tonight. And one of the key things in looking down the stretch on this is that as we are here on this rare Friday night for these two teams to play, it is an unusual situation for teams like this that have just finished final exams, and you don't have a huge student turnout here for Union tonight that we saw last Friday night in their game against Christian Brothers. But overall, this has been one of those situations where you want to win tonight and then try to tack something on Sunday. This Argo team will be going down to Memphis to play Christian Brothers on Sunday afternoon. Union will be hosting Valdosta State on Sunday afternoon. We will have that game for you. The men's game will be at 4 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, and we'll look forward to having all of you with us as we take a look at some of the fans who are here in Fred DeLay Gymnasium, and some of them stuffing away on the popcorn. And some of our crew, that's our executive producer, Paul Schultze, who we're glad to have with us in the booth tonight. And you can see some of our camera folks. But that's the way it all looks like. Union 3-5 and West Florida 3-6, but both of these teams wanting to get back on the trail toward victory. And so this will be an opportunity for them to do that. In case you missed it, the Union women went 10-0 on the season. They're 4th ranked nationally and defeated a very good West Florida team 100-60. Coach Dave Niven looking on as we're about to have the introduction of the starting lineups. That Union team is averaging 101 points a game, and they were up 39-11 after the first quarter. It was game, set, and match from that point, but you hand it to West Florida that has a 7-3 team. They did not quit, they did not fold, and they continued to give it everything they had, particularly in the second half. So here we go as the starters are introduced for UWF. And that's Sterling White III. And another guard, Xavier Washington, that we talked to you about, their leading scorer, averaging 16 a game, and there's Latarian White. He's averaging 6 a game, but he has a lot of assists on the season. And there come the rest of them. Also, you've got Channing Nkoma and a young man whose name we will try to do justice to during the course of the night, and that is Tauvydas Kupstas, who averages 12.1 a game. He is a Lithuanian, and here for the Bulldogs, Justin DeBuck. Now, he's one who, he's a reckless player. He'll go after every loose ball on the floor. Jordan Pike, averaging 12 a game for Union. Lane Sarver, as Dave Niven is shaking up his lineup a bit, Sarver is in there. Jeremiah Littlepage, he's the experienced man at the post. And so those are your Bulldogs for tonight. Applegate, Parker Applegate wearing number 34 instead of his customary number 13. And we are about set to go here from David Blackstock Court in Jackson, Tennessee. The name honors one of the all-time legends, particularly of NAIA basketball, that was the long time athletic director of Union University, as well as women's basketball coach, some of the Lady Bulldog cheerleaders who did not decide to go home early. Finals ended here yesterday. So we're set to go on a rare Friday night from the Fred, as this place is called. And Little Page will be jumping it against Nakoma. So on a Friday evening, let the games begin. And the Bulldogs with the tip. Now DeBuck, he'll be all over the floor. He has a very low center of gravity. Little Page will be playing underneath quite a bit. He'll be working one-on-one, as you saw him there, and the fall-away connects. He's worked on that fall-away jump shot and is getting a much better percentage out of that this season. And look at this. Oh, man, the alley-oop play on the inside to Washington, and you got to be careful of that because they will do it to you multiple times. And they saw the opening right off the bat. And they'll double-team the ball on you. They're going more in a 3-2 zone, but Little Page with another jumper. One of 3 Bulldogs in double figures from Birmingham, Alabama. And he's going to face a challenge of the double fake, and it doesn't go for Nkoma. And Bulldogs are hoping for a better fate than when they lost by 19 last Friday night to Christian Brothers in their last outing. High arcing 3 is there for Applegate. So just like last Friday night, Union getting out to the early lead. It didn't hold, but Little Page reaches in and forces the turnover. Applegate had it knocked back away, so we got double turnovers. Nice fake, and then the dish off. And Nkoma closes it to within 7-4. Union will play fast break with you. They will also play pattern and disciplined offense. And Little Page with a rare 3 that goes off the back of the iron. That is not his strong suit shot. Argo's very, very quick on offense. Very physical team. And going in on the drive, and Little Page will draw the foul. And that will send Nkoma to the free throw line. So he'll have a couple. Nkoma is one of the international players on this ball club from Libreville, Gabon. And connects on both of them. They don't usually play full court pressure. They may keep one up to go against the point guard, but they're not one that is going to try to press it all court. And this is going to be a one-on-one underneath, and a beautiful turnaround bank shot by Jordan Pike. And that is what you call fantastic footwork on the part of Nkoma. As we say, these two teams on paper look to be just about as even as they can be. Long 3 connected for Pike. He has 5 of Union's 12 points. And the kick out for the 3 is not there, and Little Page the rebound. That's his first of the game. I've watched DeBuck. He's one of these guys that he'll go up against the buzzsaw and give him the first 2 rounds. Look at the speed on the part and the turnover. Quick hands on the part of the Bulldogs on defense. Dave Niven, one of the fine defensive coaches. Little Page tries the bomb and connects. 7 for, I tell you, he's worked on some shots that I haven't seen with that much proficiency. And Union by 7. Trying for a sweep after the women's handy 100-60 victory and traveling, changing the pivot foot. Second turnover of the game, and timeout is called. Union on top by 7. More in a moment.
Your life. Your home.
Your business. Your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports.
The Jackson Rockabillys, Union and Bethel Universities, USJ, TCA, JCS, and Peabody.
Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers.
Thanks to the sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Both these teams are attempting to get their first conference victory in the Gulf South. And Dave Niven, as he has said many times, he said the key is where are we going to be at the end of the road and getting better with each passing game. I think both of these teams enjoyed having a full week off between their contest last Friday night and tonight. Union will be in action here at 4 o'clock Sunday afternoon against Valdosta State with the men's half of the doubleheader, and West Florida will be traveling down to Memphis to take on Christian Brothers. Buster Bulldog, the longtime mascot of this Union program on this beautiful campus in Jackson, Tennessee. So Union up 7 at the first break, and hoping that they can be a little bit more steady in performance than what they were as they go to Littlepage, and he's getting so aggressive and turns and fires. 9 of Union's 17 points belong to Jeremiah Littlepage. There's a lot of rotation, particularly down in the paint. And blocked by Littlepage decisively. They try to give you a lot of offensive looks, and in particular, they have a lot of rotation down deep in the paint, trying to get an open player with a screen. Turn around, and that's going to be charged. That one is going to be charged to Isaiah Victor, who's in the game now. Also in for Union is Devaki Gar. And that first free throw is there for Eli Brown. Brown's averaging 9 a game on the season and connects on them both. Another community college transfer into this West Florida program. There's a steal. And it's going to be hard to stop that one. Perfect concentration to hold on to it for Ruth. Miles Ruth is another one of these that can give you a steady 6-7 points a game, averaging 6.3 for the season. Now they had, what a collision. They had Pike absolutely hemmed up, and it looked like you had a head collision there, but he's okay. Both of them are. And Coma was also on the connecting end of that. You can't say that either one of them was sending or receiving. Union with 15 on the shot clock. Turnaround, high bank is just too much, but Union with the offensive board and the reverse layup. Pike with 7. You got to know, and almost knocked away by Littlepage. You got to know going into Christmas, both of these teams want, and it went off the knee, so Union will play it. That's turnover number 3. You got to believe that both of these teams it's an emotional lift if they can get this one tonight and potentially get another one on Sunday afternoon. The emotional lift going into Christmas is huge because the following week you take a break and then you come back New Year's week with action. Almost too high on that pass. Wide open and blocked, but it was a desperation attempt. They got the block, but they also got Littlepage, so he'll go to the line for 2. And in just 6 minutes of this contest, a chance to already be in double figures. I've known this young man for his entire career at Union, and he has a most interesting story. He was in here as a freshman and lost his father the summer before his freshman year, and suddenly he had to be the man of the house down in Birmingham, and it was a tough time for him. But he accepted that responsibility. He's been a fine student here at Union, and he is in double figures with 11. But he's a young man that everybody likes him because he just has a very optimistic, upbeat spirit every time you're around him. And that foul is going to be charged to Gar. So they'll play it underneath. Fall-away jumper. And they're going to call a foul on the backside. We had a good turnout of people who have made the trip from West Florida up here to see these young men. And for those of you who couldn't make it but are watching, particularly moms and dads, aunts, uncles, and cousins, and it's going to go back the other way. Brothers and sisters, we are so delighted to have you here and watching on Flow Sports tonight. And I know you're very proud of all of these young men in green tonight, as are the families of those watching the home team. And again, Union thinking about a perimeter 3 is Dejan Djordjevic. That is not his strong suit. He comes in and usually gives Littlepage some relief in each half. They got to hurry. He's going to have to put up a desperation. Off the mark, 30-second violation. Did not strike iron. Excellent defense on the part of West Florida to hold off that possession. And you can see the play being set. That 3 was short. And Bulldogs on the bicycle with a 3-on-3. Isaiah Victor in size resembles JT DeBuck very much so. And Victor's going to stop and tried to dish off inside to Djordjevic and could not make it happen. Excellent drive down the stretch, and particularly Washington switching hands from his right to his left to connect. High arcing 3 is there for Victor. We could call him RCA for a nickname. Trying the answer shot, and that one goes astray for Washington. Only 3 Bulldogs have scored, but they've got them into. And nice job of the fake, and Jordovic goes to the line for 2. And we've got timeout once again. Bulldogs have extended their lead to 24-14. We'll continue after you visit with some good people, our sponsors.
Your life. Your home.
Your business. Your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Flow Sports brings you Gulf South Conference action in a variety of sports, but in basketball, they'll be with you all the way down the stretch into the first round of the Gulf South Conference tournament in late February. And so we hope you're with us, and particularly your favorite school in the conference, we have it right here on the Flow Sports app. Be sure to be with us all season long. Tell your friends about it and get the audience growing even larger. And it's one of the best bargains in intercollegiate sports television. Bulldogs with the 10-point lead. And Dave Niven has substituted, I don't know that I would say liberally, but he has brought in a number of different players shuttling in and out to keep some freshness on the floor, and now he's got Jordovic on the line for 2. Jeremiah Littlepage had 11 points in the first 6 minutes of this game, and he's the game leader. Nkoma is the leader for West Florida with 6. Well, that was nothing but net for Jordovic, the young man from Serbia. And the iron unkind, and finally scrambling. Excellent job on the part of Applegate to keep that one alive. That's a big bomb that's well short. He's trying one of those 32-foot bombs that just was way out of his range. He's got good upper body strength, but he just couldn't make that one drop. And on the inside, again, perfect switching hands from right to left for Washington, and he has 6. And all the way back down the floor, and Jordovic could not convert. The 3 is there, deadly for Brown. That is the first 3 converted of the game for West Florida, and suddenly the 10-point lead is down to 6 for Union. And here's a steal. No authority on that pass, and you just had to let that one fly. And this is where Union ran into some problems against Christian Brothers last week on Friday night, is getting an early 7-point lead and then started to make some mistakes. Kickoff and overshooting it was Jordovic. You had to wonder if Applegate shouldn't have taken that one himself. The bomb. It's there. Brown has cut this one now to a 2-point lead. Timeout. Back after this.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us, a promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
A minute and a half ago, Union was up by 11, and this is a 10-0 run in a period of a minute and 28 seconds for West Florida. Brand new ball game. They got a 3-on-3 and tried to dish it off. And Bulldogs were fortunate that that was tapped away. JT to Buck to toss it in. Got most of the starters back in here, and that bounce pass had no authority, but they got it to Littlepage, who head fakes it, and excellent concentration to get that foul. 13 for Jeremiah. And he's going to work one-on-one against Applegate, and that one was excellent defense as well. And that one was blocked away, and Union will play it. Victor tried the head fake as well and couldn't get it to fall, but checking in is Rodney Bryant Jr. for West Florida. Littlepage gets the opening. They slap the bottom of the net, but he's just dominating tonight with 15. They can't stop him. Jeremiah 6 of 8 from the floor. There you go. Turnaround left-hand layup is there, perfectly executed by Washington. And a foul on the throw-in. Each team now has committed 4 team fouls. But that 11-point lead that Union had at 25-14 has evaporated. But they have not given up the lead in this contest. They've had it from the get-go. You see all the rotation that occurs down near the end line. And the jumper, you could tell that hesitation made it short. And this is going to be very tough to stop this speed. An offensive foul. Great position by JT DeBuck. And Washington could not stop his momentum. 15 foul now on, and you could see Coach Mann not too happy with the call. They're going for the home run, and it's intercepted. That was like the Hail Mary, and the foul is called as he began to drive in. Foul is called on Applegate. That's his first. So Washington to the line for the first time tonight. 5 for 5 West Florida is this evening. For the season, Washington averaging 16 points a game, and he's a 70% free throw shooter. Slams it home and cuts it to 1 once again. And they're going back with that half-court trap pressure. Intense speed on the part of DeBuck to beat it down the floor. They were looking for a cutter on the inside, almost lost. Littlepage is having a battle down low. He's going to take it himself and couldn't get the angle right. The geometry failed him. Chance for the first lead of the game for the Argos. You can see the traffic being directed for the three. No. Applegate comes down with it. That bank is there, and that was while he was in motion. J.T. DeBuck, that's one of the great things he does for this club. It's that amazing balance. Long three, tied. All even as Washington powers home his first three. 13 points for Xavier Washington. DeBuck once again doesn't pull up to shoot many threes. Littlepage on the run, 17 points. That is his largest output in a first half in his career. We still got 7 minutes to go. Left-hand layup. And that's what Bryant brings to you, and so many of this team with us all tied now at 33. Just a tremendous, as we say, an even matchup all the way, and almost floating to the basket was Pike. He's got 9. And that was a double spin move that went nowhere for Washington. Didn't release it really at the best possible time. Going all the way down and clobbered, but he will go to the line for 2. Applegate trying to drive it in. And that's what you call a hard foul. And we have another break. Bulldogs still on top, but it's a dandy, 35-33.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Well, we told you that these two teams on paper, and you look at their stats across the board, it looks like a dead heat between the two of them. And after Union surrendered that 11-point lead down to 1, it's played pretty much that way, as these two teams are just playing on even terms across the board. Xavier Washington leading West Florida with 13 points. He's almost hit his season average. Jeremiah Littlepage for Union has already well exceeded his season average of 10 a game, 17 points. Dr. Charles Baldwin with that tag around his neck. And there's our good friends Jason Vaughn, the Director of Advancement for Union, and his family that have made it out tonight. Had the opportunity to make a trip to Scandinavia with that wonderful family. The Bulldogs will try to extend this back to a 2-possession lead. Applegate with 3 so far tonight. He has not been to the free throw line. Union's only been there 4 times and hit 3 of them. And you could tell almost he just had too much on that one from the minute it left his hands. He's just a freshman. Missed it again. And they're playing juggle down at that end. Thought for a minute it was the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey circus, the way they were juggling that ball. And right into the hands of DeBuck. 2-on-1, firing it up. A little bit outside the angle was Pike, but he still drew the foul, and so he may wind up in double figures after this. Pike has not been to the line tonight. Union 3 out of 6. West Florida has hit all 6 of its free throws. Pike, another one of the freshmen, a very young Union team They have 5 freshmen, 3 sophomores on this team. So Pike could make this one a 2-possession game again if he connects here. Short. And look at that low center of gravity that you have on Sterling White III. Now, Bulldogs, if they can capitalize off that one-shot possession, and just forcing it too hard was Pike. He had a ticket in there, but he just forced it a bit hard. Dave Niven discussing whether or not there potentially was contact on that. Stop and pop and not hitting. But the reverse is there for Keith Hoffman with his first basket. You got 6 different Argos who have scored and slapped away, and this once again after DeBuck had it blocked. There is your first West Florida lead of the game. Perfectly executed drive and the dish off to Bryant. And we get under the 5-minute mark. Double turnaround. And the foul. So it's a solid answer shot on the part of Applegate, who goes for, as we have frequently said through the years, a 3-pointer the hard way. That's 18 fouls, and they'll take him out. He took one. It looks like he's got a little blood, and we won't go any further than that. We're not trying to make this into professional wrestling, but we'll stay a little wide on the source. They got to get him out of that, and let's see if they allow him back in or if they're going to have a designated free throw shooter to come in. So Dave Niven has a decision to make now about who goes in to shoot. And it may be Lance Sarver, but we continue to wait with 5:03 remaining. And finally, Dave is going to send in Isaiah RCA Victor. And talk about somebody who's come a long way off. He's from California. And snagged it. So Union retakes the lead at 39-37. Three timeouts remain for the Bulldogs and 4 for the Argos. Coach Mann has not exercised any of his. Big bomb. Very low. Picked up by Union and a chance to go back again. They go for the home run and just couldn't get it up high enough off the glass was Pike. So the two teams, and they're going to try the same thing. Nice job of concentrating on that defense to knock the ball away. They could have easily conceded that layup to Pike, and it was a tremendous job for White III to spirit the ball away. It's been a very physical game so far, and as we say, played on extremely even terms. Except for the point where Union had an 11-point lead. Coach Mann was arguing that it went off of the elbow of JT DeBuck, but he's not going to win that one. Got to hurry to get it in. Littlepage back in there and exercises control. 19 points for Jeremiah Littlepage in the first half alone. For the three. Not there, and it is Pike bringing it down. And we've got probably a clock issue right here because we had once earlier in the game. Yeah, the 30-second clock did not proceed. So the official comes over to estimate, and they put it at 26 seconds. Sometimes that clock will just lock up on you. They're double teaming DeBuck and giving him all kinds of problems, and JT is going to be charged with the foul trying to retrieve it. They are not in the bonus. That's the 6th team foul. That's DeBuck's first. Nobody has committed more than 1 for the Bulldogs. You've got 3 players with 2, namely Washington and Coma and Bryant for the Argos, and the officials having another discussion. So it will be 20 seconds on this new possession. And a whistle away from the ball, and I think the clock did not progress once again. So we're going to call a timeout here with 3:58 remaining. Union on top by 4. Enjoy this word from your sponsor.
Is Old Frosty on its last legs? Don't wait until it's old and cold. Give your home and family the gift of comfort. A new York HVAC system with a free 10-year parts and labor warranty from McCoy's Heating and Air. Get the security and savings of a 10-year parts and labor warranty free with the purchase of qualifying systems. So you and your whole family can celebrate in comfort with the gift that keeps on giving. A new York HVAC system delivered by Santa and his merry team of technicians at McCoy's Heating and Air.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
A reminder, we are back here on the Flow Sports app Sunday afternoon with the men's game between Union and Valdosta State at 4 o'clock Central Time. We hope you'll enjoy that. For the folks who are from the Valdosta area, a place I'm very familiar with because I went to school my first 2 years there, it'll be 5 o'clock in the Eastern Time Zone. And, of course, we'll have the women's half of that doubleheader at 2 Central, 3 Eastern. So join us on the Flow Sports app, and they are trying to confirm, I think, where the clock needs to be, and I think they have put 18 seconds on it at this stage, and that's where we will be as action will resume. So far, hot shooting from both of these teams. Union 55% from the floor, and West Florida 50%. Union 4 out of 8 in three-pointers, and that is much better than the 33% average that they have. West Florida a little bit under its average, 3 out of 10. And Union the slight edge in rebounding, 15-14. But once again, it's Argo ball, and they work against Littlepage. When he's been in there, he's been hard to penetrate. And the jumper just rims out, and they tip it into the hands of Victor. Littlepage, who fired up a 3 successfully earlier in the game. It's a dangerous bounce pass in that defense, but he turns around and whirls the hook. Folks, he's got 21 in the first half and still got a little more than 3 minutes to go. The biggest first half of Jeremiah Littlepage's career. And the foul. And you can see a little bit of the frustration on the face of Jordan Pike as going to the line for a three-point play is Latarian White. That was his first basket of the contest. Transfer from Lewis and Clark Community College. In and out. So the Bulldogs retain the 2-possession lead. But JT's going to have help and finally gets it. And working again, one-on-one. Got it to fall. Littlepage 10 of 13 from the floor. Unless he just goes to sleep in the second half, he is going to have a game to remember tonight. And that one's charged to Littlepage, who is just a bit out of position. That'll be his second foul. "23 points in the first half alone for Jeremiah Littlepage, and getting set to check in for him will be Dujan Djordjevic. They don't want to risk a third foul on Jeremiah down the stretch. And going for two is Xavier Washington, 13 points tonight, 5 of 9 from the floor and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. And he's had 5 rebounds to add to that. Union's leading rebounder, Jordan Pike, with 7 in and out, but they get the offensive board. And the big jumper for the three, the iron was unkind, and look how high Pike goes for that one. His 8th rebound takes it all the way down. A coast-to-coast for Pike, and he's got 12, and Union's up by 8. Trying to drive on the inside, too much on it by Brown, and Union on that fast break once again. Firing up the bomb, no! RCA Victor had that one go astray. That would have erupted this place. Now they try to slow the tempo a bit, but boy, this is a physical team. And that's offensive foul. Yes, led with that elbow. It was pretty obvious for Kupstas, who they have held without a score tonight, and he's their second leading scorer, averaging 12 a game. So DeBuck will try to see if he can make some magic happen for Union. He thought about it. Instead, he's going to take it to the inside and draws the foul. Tremendous instinctive move on the part of Jordan Pike. So he'll go to the line for 2 and try to get Union back up by 10. Largest lead for the Bulldogs was 11, and that was with just under 12 minutes to go in the first half. Only a 50% free throw shooter, but converted there. Everyone that he can get is huge. He's headed for a double-double tonight, 12 points and already 8 rebounds in the contest. I actually give him 13 now with that free throw. Hung up on the lip. Argos trying that. Look at that intensity. And going down. He has such instinct about defenders crashing in on him. And you just know that if he doesn't hold on to it, he's going to dish it off to somebody else who is open. So Ruth goes to the line. Miles Ruth, 64% free throw shooter, and sinks it. Ruth with 5 in the game. Washington with 13 is the leader for the Argos. And Pike will check out, and they'll bring Applegate back in. Pike and Littlepage, 36 points between the two of them. That was a strategic move because Pike also has 2 fouls in the game, so he and Littlepage will ride out this last 80 seconds of the first half on the bench. A little dangerous cross-court passing, but Union still with 13 on the shot clock. Got the screen. Got the 3. Lane Sarver with his first one of the night. And Union 50% from behind the arc, and they've matched their largest lead at 11. And a crash and a bang-bang play that will send Washington to the line. And they're bringing in another sub. Union is going to try to check in Ivan Prug. And Washington with a couple. Got it. 70% free throw shooter he is, and he's also the leading rebounder on this team with 8. And tonight, he's headed for a double-double. He's already got 5 rebounds. Takes his time, very poised at the line. And iron was unkind. Tell you what, DeBuck's got problems because he's double-teamed, but managed to get it away. What a play underneath, and blowing that clear layup was Sarver. Oh, my. So with 31 seconds and 23 on the shot clock, they'll try to see if they can knock it down inside of double digits to go to the locker room. And offensive foul. Yep. He didn't believe it, but White took a step right into his defender who had position, and Littlepage is going to check back in. A little bit of a gamble on the part of Dave Niven with the 2 fouls Jeremiah Littlepage has, and to have his top scorer of the evening. And that one is going to be a foul, and looked like DeBuck might have taken one in the eye. So he'll go to the line for 2. That one's going to be charged to Cupstas. Cupstas with his second foul of the night, and so Littlepage will sit down since Union will be on the line with 20 seconds left, and Djordjevic will check back in at the post. DeBuck for the year, 67% from the line. He hasn't been there tonight. He'll have 2. In and out. JT has about as much energy as any player I think I've ever seen, and connects on the second to put it back to an 11-point lead, and they were wide open, and the foul. And that was a case of Djordjevic being completely out of position, and he commits. That's the last thing you want to see this late in the half, is to give up a 3-point play that way. And he had his back to the defender, and nice job of capitalizing by Latarian White, and gets the 3-point play. So Union will have what potentially will be the final possession of the half. And they're going to bring 3 up front. And JT is going to try to get it open. They're counting it down on the floor for the 3. Yes! RCA Victor nails it. And the Bulldogs 21 of 36 in the first half. One of their best shooting nights in the first half of the season, and they lead it 55-44 going to the locker room. A high-scoring affair, very intense, and an entertaining first half, to say the least. Let me run down the scoring for you. 14 points for Xavier Washington, who is the leader for the season for West Florida. He's 5 of 9 from the floor and 3 of 6 from the free throw line. He's added 5 rebounds. And then 8 points for Eli Brown, who's the number 4 scorer on this team. Eli, he's 2 for 5 from the floor, and both of his have been 3-pointers. He's added a couple of free throws to that total. Over for Union, it has been a show, and certainly the most prolific performance of his career in the first half. Jeremiah Littlepage, 10 of 13 from the floor, including an unusual 3 that he doesn't shoot too often. 23 points that he had in the first half. Jordan Pike added 13, 5 out of 7, and he had a three-pointer to add to that. And Isaiah RCA Victor ended up with 2 3-pointers, including that one to end the half. And so he has 7 for Union. So they are the 3 big guns between Littlepage, Pike, and Victor. They have 43 of the Union 55 points as the teams take the break into the locker room. And so that's where we stand right now. And we are going to take a similar break and let you visit with the good people who make these telecasts possible on Flow Sports and locally, where you may have to be watching across the Southeast. That's our sponsors. And so we will do that, and then when we come back, we will bring you the halftime statistics. So stay with us, everybody.
Are you looking for a Christian college or starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
Your life, your home,
Your business. Your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Are you looking for a Christian college or starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
Your life, your home,
Your business. Your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us, a promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
Well, let's take a look at your halftime statistics. Brought to you by the BallGame Blitz Sports Network. And as we'd said, that this game looked like on paper it was fairly even, and it's relatively so, but there's some edges on the Union side giving the Bulldogs their 11-point lead tonight. Union 21 of 36 from the field for 58%. It's one of the finest shooting first halves that they've had all season. And not a bad one at all for West Florida, 16 of 32 for 50%. Three-pointers, the big difference here is that Union 6 out of 11 for 55%, and West Florida 3 of 10 for 30%. That really, you get right down to it, 6-3 edge in three-pointers, giving you a 9-point differential there. That's a big factor in this 11-point lead right now tonight. Free throws, and neither team an exceptional percentage. West Florida, 9 out of 14 for 64%. Union, it's an area that they still need to work on. 7 of 13 tonight for 54%. Rebounding, Union has really crashed the boards much better than we saw in the last outing a week ago. 21-17 is their edge. Offensive rebounds have not been a big factor in this game, but they have been really getting on the boards and holding in many instances West Florida to one-shot possessions when it's not a turnover. Let me get back on there and see those totals again. There we go. In turnovers, Union has given it up 7 times, West Florida 8, so it's almost dead even there, and this category is too. Points off turnovers, each team with 10. So you can wipe out any edge. As far as the offensive stats are concerned, though, it is the edge in three-point field goals in this game is the big factor. In the paint, which is a category we don't usually post up here, but West Florida actually has the edge 26-22, and they also have the edge as far as more points in the paint, 19 to Union's 8, but part of that is because Union has done such a much better job than the outside. But as we mentioned to you, Jeremiah Littlepage for Union has already hit a career-high 23 points, and he did it all in the first half. How about that? 10 out of 13 from the floor, and just seems to be more relaxed and confident tonight in that leadership role that I know Dave Niven wants him to take more of. And we're about 3 minutes away from tip-off right here, and we'll continue to plug the fact that we'll be back here in a rare Sunday afternoon contest. And that will be 2 days from now. 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock will be the telecast. 2 o'clock will be the Union women, undefeated, 10-0 on the season, 4-0 in the Gulf South Conference. Let me take that back. They're 5-0 in the Gulf South Conference, but averaging 101 points a game after their 100-60 victory tonight over West Florida, which is an outstanding team, 7-3 on the season. And so this is going to be a dandy, folks, because the Union Lady Bulldogs and Valdosta State on this very floor have had some classic contests over the years, including twice in the finals of the NCAA South Regionals on this floor. And who knows if they might potentially be played here again this year. A lot of basketball has to be played between now and then, but Union is putting up some numbers in the early going that few people have ever seen, and particularly here in the Gulf South Conference. So that'll be the 2 o'clock game, and then we'll be right back here on the Flow Sports app at 4 o'clock, and that will be Union and and Valdosta State with a men's half of the doubleheader that can always be extremely physical. The Valdosta State Blazer teams that come in here just seemingly are indestructible as far as their physical prowess on the floor. So we hope you'll join us. If you cannot be here in person, join us at 2 and 4 Sunday afternoon right here on the Flow Sports app. And also wishing you and yours an extraordinary Merry Christmas wherever you happen to be, in case we don't see you again until January. We hope that it is a joyous time and that you can spend it with your loved ones, and that it will be a time that you just pause and reflect on the real meaning of this season. So Merry Christmas again to everybody, and also Happy New Year. Why not? We hope everybody has one of those. So they're about to wrap it up. Again, the key thing, if you are a West Florida team, is to try to get out to an early, strong start as Buster Bulldog makes the parade of the stands. But for the West Florida team, you want to get out to a strong start and maybe try to chip away at this lead anywhere from 6 to 8 points by the time you get to the first media timeout at 16 minutes. You don't have to do it in one hunk, although they did, frankly, in a minute and a half in the first half, cut an early 11-point lead that Union had down to 1 in a minute and 28 seconds. But our halftime score matches the largest lead that Union has had. West Florida got a brief lead with just over 5 minutes remaining in the first half, 37-36, and then Union went on another run, 19-7, to have this 11-point lead. For the Bulldogs, it is a case of continuing to try to play strong defense. And the first possession will go to the guys in green. And they'll be relying a lot on Washington. You have to know that. Fall-away jumper. It goes. Terrific job by Washington, and as we said that, he opens up the half, and he has 16. Now, Pike and Littlepage both playing with 2 fouls. Littlepage going to try to drive it himself, had it blocked. Excellent position on the inside for the Argos. And they keep it inside, trying to get that third foul, and it doesn't go. Lance Sarver comes down with it on the turnover. That is the 9th for the Argos. They thought about the 3. Sometimes you rethink it very quickly when you got a quick defender on it, but he tries it that time, and it was like Wheel of Fortune going bankrupt. It just did not drop, and the jumper is there. So they have quickly gotten the first 4 points of this second half and trying to take it all the way down, and again knocked away. Applegate trying to take a ticket down the right-hand part of the lane, and this is exactly what we said if you were West Florida you wanted to see. And in all kinds of trouble, but blows off the defender, and the fall-away jumper is there. So just like that, in less than 2 minutes, they have closed the 11-point lead down to 5. Bulldogs trying to protect their home court. Little Page is going to go away from underneath. The three is there. So a bit of an answer for Lance Sarver with his second from behind the arc. So it's back to a 3-possession lead for Union. And the floater doesn't go, and Pike with his 9th rebound of the game. They were really asleep. Softly putting it up off the glass, J.T. DeBuck. They just were not picking him up at all, and it's back to the 9-point margin. Union coming back to quickly pick them up. They're going to work against Little Page. They'd like to get that third foul on him, and the hook is short. Jeremiah just simply bothered him. And I know Nakoma probably wanted a foul on that one, but it was clean. And off the bank. Pike now with 15, and Union back to the 11-point margin that it had at halftime. So it's been 2 different climbing the ladders, and that shot was probably ill-advised. And let's see, the foul looks as though it may be on Pike. No, they charged the foul to Jeremiah Littlepage, so he is going to come out with his 3rd foul, and that was something that I know Dave Niven and the Bulldogs did not want to see this early in the half. And the foul on the drive. And that's on Applegate. And that is his 3rd. So at the line is Washington, 16 on the night. And they bring in some reserves, as does Union. Union will go a little bit smaller right now. So Union got a couple of guys in foul trouble right now, and the second one for Washington gets it. 10-point lead for the Bulldogs, and Washington has exceeded his season's average of 16. And it is DeBuck. And it goes just off the mark. And he grabs it back quickly. Fall away. There! DeBuck with 7. And that was big, and that's Union's largest lead at 63-51. Again, they're working outside the perimeter. Fall away jumper is there. Back to the 10-point margin. It's a 4-possession lead. And DeBuck tries the floater, and the bank is there. So he's taking up the leadership slack now. 2 straight baskets down the floor. Off the back of the iron, and here comes Pike. And that one tipped away, and they'll play it underneath, and that will be timeout. So got about 15 and a half remaining. Union with its largest lead, 65-53. Back in a moment.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Well, Jordan Pike, with that most recent rebound, now has his second career double-double, 15 points, 10 rebounds on the evening. Of course, Jeremiah Littlepage and Applegate have both been seated on the bench with their early third fouls. And so this would be huge for this Union team if they can continue to navigate these waters with this kind of lead without two of their big guns in the game. Pike is the one who they're going to be counting on for scoring leadership, as well as J.T. DeBuck. And the comeback stretch is going to have to be led by Washington. Union has done a strong job of defending Cupstas in tonight's game. So Bulldogs could potentially make it a 5-possession lead with a little success here. They're going to scramble. That was a dangerous pass, and it doesn't go. Excellent defense on the part of the Argos. Spin on that three, and it didn't look like he had as much push in the upper body on it. And well, we didn't see a foul called on that one, but Union is going to play it. 25 on the shot clock. All right, JT tries to create. Inside. And traveling is called, and he was just simply faked by the defender, and he tried to go up with a head fake and took an extra step, and so Sarver with the turnover. That's the 8th for Union. Still plenty of time in this one. But you don't want to wait too late in the contest to make your move. Jordovic is all over him. And the foul is going to be charged to Jordovic. Another one of those bang-bang plays, but Duzan was moving backwards with him, and so that will send White to the line. And he is doing tremendous tonight. He has on the season a 6-point average, and he's already eclipsed that and connects there. So Letarian with 8. This has been an entertaining game, to say the least, because you've seen some of the best both offensively and defensively from these two teams, but I've been impressed with the fact that this West Florida team is continuing to play intense defense despite the fact that they trail by 10. He is in all kinds of trouble and overshoots it. The fall-away block. Perfect timing on that block. And a steal. We're up and down the floor. And Sarver loses it back. A bit of the Keystone Cops. And that is going to be the 4th foul on Union. And that one is charged to Jordovic, and that is his 3rd. So he, Applegate, and Littlepage all now playing with 3 fouls. Littlepage and Applegate are riding the bench. So we're under the 14-minute mark, as we say. Plenty of time in this one. The kick out for the 3. Yes, sir. Brown with 11, and that is his 3rd 3 of the contest. And suddenly the 12-point lead has been frittered down to 7. DeBuck, fall away. No, in and out. So Union with 1-shot possessions and turnovers on the last 3 times down the floor. That one's not there. High for the rebound is Pike, expanding his double-double. Jordovic overshoots it, but will go to the line. DeJohn on the season, 5 out of 9, 56% from the free throw line. He's 1 out of 2 tonight. And short. Union badly needs at least one of these, and checking back in now as Pike comes out for a rest is Applegate. And remember, he's playing with 3 fouls. I don't think they'll put Jeremiah Littlepage back in until maybe we get down to the 8 to 10 minute mark. And Jordovich gets it back to an 8-point margin. This West Florida team is exceptionally pesky. No panic in them getting down by 12. And what a play, and the foul. That was about as strong of an arm extension that I've ever seen on a player for Eli Brown. And he has 15. And he's well above his season average of 9. Young man from about 2 hours up the road in Paducah, Kentucky. And he has closed that gap to within 5. Gar, and again between him and DeBuck, they both have that low center of gravity. Big bomb. No. Iron unkind. Trying to take it all the way down and high off the glass. We have a 3-point game again. Washington with 19. And Dave Niven will take his second time out of the game. Union seeing a 12-point lead go down to 3. We'll see if it changes anymore after this. Well, that rally has been intense. Union was up 65-53, and now it is a 10-1 run for West Florida. And it's been spearheaded by multiple players, not just Washington, but Eli Brown as well as Latarian White. And they have teamed together to make this a one-possession game. Union up 66-63. The Bulldogs only lost the lead one time for a very brief period with 5:16 left in the first half at 37-36 at halftime. They were on top by double digits, but that's all gone now. And this defense has held them to one-shot possessions on more than one occasion over the last 3 minutes. I know they hope they can get Littlepage back in there very quickly. They got to hurry, down to 6. 5 seconds left on the shot clock for them to bring it in and get something. And Littlepage is going to make his way back in. And Jordovich comes out. And Dave Niven says this is the time it has to happen. And the foul on the toss-in, but that is only the second team foul of the evening in the second half on West Florida. So Union will play it underneath, and I think somebody's got to decide, well, we're right at the 12-minute mark, so we've got one of our breaks. Let's see what happens when we come back with Union ahead by 3.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us, a promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
Well, now that Dave Niven has Little Page and Applegate back in the contest, they're both playing with 3 fouls. Yordovich set down. He has 3. There is nobody in that kind of foul trouble for West Florida. So you see some of Union's Lady Bulldogs who have stuck around to watch the men tonight after their 100-60 victory after getting out 39-11 in the first quarter, the closest that a Union women's team has ever come to scoring 40 in the first quarter. They had 68 at halftime, but that was away from the 77, which was the all-time record in the first half for a Union Lady Bulldog team. Much closer in this one tonight. And Union has had 2 double-digit leads in the game that they've seen evaporate. And you can watch the battle down low with Little Page. They kick it out for the 3. Yes! Little Page set that one up beautifully for Applegate. So he has 8. That was big coming out of the timeout, but still lots of basketball to be played. Little Page trying to be very careful not to commit that 4th foul. So he has to be very cautious defensively, and they double team underneath both guys that have 3 fouls. Big 3. What a big shot and an answer shot there for Eli Brown. Again, a lot of motion on this offense. But they're now getting down to 10 on the shot clock, going for the 3 again, and again they connect. Sarver with 8. So let's see if West Florida comes up with another answer shot. There's a lot of traffic down in the paint. And that one goes astray. Bulldogs trying to whip it down the floor for the 3. Sarver has it to rim off. Union missed an opportunity to try to extend it back to a 3-possession lead. Big battles going on in the paint. Fall away, short. Up 5 for the rebound is Applegate. But they scramble and get it back away and draw the foul. And let's see who it's going to be called on. I think that one's on Gar. That will be his 2nd. So Ruth is at the free throw line. 1 of 2 tonight. Not there. Hope wherever you are on this Friday night that you're going to have a fabulous weekend wherever you happen to be. Watching on our Flow Sports Network. Yep, we've got 10 days until Christmas, but enjoy the journey as we approach it. He got the 2nd one, so still a 2-possession lead for the Bulldogs. This is where you'd love to take 2 for 1. Bulldogs still shooting 47% from three. On the inside, the stuff was there for Pike. 17 for Jordan Pike. That floater way too short. Released it way too early. And trying to go again. Nope, forced it. Littlepage scrambling, and that may be the fourth foul on Littlepage. I think they're going to call him for a bear hug. He thought, and Dave Niven thought, that he had and that is the 7th team foul, so that will send them to the line with a bonus. Union has only committed 2 in this. West Florida's only committed 2 in this half, so Rodney Bryant will go to the line. Bryant Jr. And this is where you got to deliver in these 1-and-1 situations. And Bryant just did. From a very pretty city down in Mount Dora, Florida. This has been a high-scoring game for both of these teams because each one of them averages in the 70s for the season. Union 72 and West Florida 74 a game. So both teams are going to be way over their average in this one tonight. Redirecting traffic is Jordovic, who's back in and trying to set the screen. Fall away is there, and the foul. Pike with 19. Big smile on his face. I tell you, this guy utterly has no fear whatsoever. So he has an opportunity for a three-point play, and believe it or not, he is just a freshman from Greensboro, North Carolina. And can't deliver, but Jordovic with the offensive board. Stop and pop. 3 doesn't fall, but they get the offensive board again. On the other side, no. Well, they had 3 opportunities and could not pad the lead. The locals wanted a foul, but they didn't get it. And Coach Mann frenetically off the bench trying to redirect his offense. 12 on the shot clock. Tell you what, JT was trying to race over to get an interception. Fall away. Not there. 30-second violation. Excellent defense on the part of Union. And Dave Niven still having a conversation with the officials saying there's way too much contact going on. Of course, that same conversation has been had by Coach Mann. And just going in too hard was Pike. That may have been a bit of a freshman mistake on his part, trying to go in and cram it home as we get to just short of the next media timeout. The foul is called on Garr. That will be his 3rd. Now remember, Littlepage has 4, Applegate 3, and that's 3 on Garr. On the other end, Nakoma has 3 for West Florida. And Ruth again to the free throw line. He has been true so far tonight, 5 out of 7. And a chance to clear it back down to 5. Biggest lead Union had was at 65-53, and he nails them both. And that could be a very important category as we get down the stretch. The action will stop on the next foul or violation, and that was a freshman mistake on the part of Pike. He was expecting a cutter, and nobody was there. That is the 13th turnover for Union. We'll be back with the Bulldogs still up by 5. Coach Mann is, again, keeping his team as patient as possible. This is a team that the matchups are really in their favor right now because of the fact that Littlepage is on the bench with 4 fouls. Each of these two teams trying to get their first victory in Gulf South Conference action. Union came in tonight at 3-5 and West Florida at 3-6. And this is an emotional lift for either of these teams because both of them have dropped 5 of their last 6 contests on the season, including some non-conference battles. Washington with 19, Ruth with 10, and Brown with 17 for West Florida. Littlepage 23, Pike 19 for Union. And we are approaching the 7-minute mark. They kick it to the outside. No. And what a leap to tip that one in. He almost floated on that one, and Ruth has had himself a tremendous night as we're down to a 1-possession game, and this is a big possession for both teams. But you'd have to say even bigger for Union because of the fact they have been losing momentum. And tried to scramble it inside, and it goes back to Union. But only 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Dave Niven sets a play over at the opposite end. He's got to hurry to get somebody open. Jordovich is going to try to take it. Hooks it. Doesn't go. Now, they say a 30-second violation. The offensive board and the stuff do not count. Ball did not touch iron when that buzzer went off. That's what the signal is. And so I know that frustrates some fans, but that is the rule. Well, you talk about a guy that's got balance. You look in there on the inside, traveling is concerned. That's the first time we've seen that called tonight. Ruth has a tremendous amounts of balance. Once again, it'll be interesting to see when Dave Niven decides to return Jeremiah Littlepage, who's playing with 4 fouls and been on the bench for the last 3 minutes. Big bomb. Yes! DeBuck with 12. But his first 3-pointer. Union has answered virtually every challenge that West Florida has made. But they've still got 6 minutes to deal with it. And on the drive, the foul. That's another one of these things that has impressed me about Ruth, is that he senses when players and defenders are about to crash in on him. So he'll go to the line once again. 6 for 8 tonight. He has been big for them from the stripe. It is a 1-and-1 because it's only the 9th team foul, but what is hurting Union is not being in the bonus, and it's going to be a while because West Florida has only been charged with 3 team fouls in this half. Checking out is Cupstas. And here goes Ruth again. 14 points tonight. That is his season high. So with the 4-point lead, DeBuck trying to create. Jordovich thought about going one-on-one. 12 on the shot clock. Jordovich is going to go in with 3 guys on top of him and couldn't make it go. Perfect defense for the Argos. Down by 4 with 5.5 remaining. Now under 10 on the shot clock and traveling. Tried to get his balance, and frankly, Washington was hoping for a foul, and instead he shuffled his feet and gave up the turnover. That is the 14th. Each team has given it up 14 times. Down to the 5-minute mark. Tell you, Pike thought about the three, dragged his foot, but got it inside. Pike with 21. And Pike has just committed his third. And it's a 2-shot foul anyway, but for the remainder of the contest, it will be the double bonus for the Argos. And that sends Latarian White to the line, who is 3 out of 4 tonight. Has it. This team has been money in the bank from the line this evening. 21 out of 28 for 75%. And sometimes that's harder to do when you're on the road, as is West Florida. Short. And they got it underneath. What concentration came from Nakoma. And timeout called by Coach Mann, 81-78. The Argos making a rally back after this.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Union with 2 timeouts remaining, as the same for West Florida. But a big category to watch is that West Florida is in the double bonus. Union is not even in the 1-and-1. So they are going to have to scrap to get to the free throw line, trying to protect this 3-point lead that they've had for most of the game. The kick out was not anywhere close. And underneath, going right to left. Beautiful job by Washington. His experience showing, and here comes Littlepage and DeBuck getting set to check back in as it's down to a 1-point game. As the drama continues, and it is stolen. And the foul on the backside. And this is where things could get really rough for Union. Sarver commits the foul after the turnover, his second. And that is going to send Latarian White to the free throw line. And a chance to give West Florida only its second lead of the contest. We are all dead even. Littlepage is back. DeBuck is back. And here we go. This young man who tonight has been 5 of 7 from the line. The Argos by 1. And here's where the character of this Union team is going to really be tested after blowing 11 and 12-point leads and trying to answer at this point. They are really double-teaming DeBuck. 9 on the shot clock. In and out, trying to tip it home. And Littlepage scrambling for it. Has it. How they saved that, I will never know. for the three. Yes! That is not like any play you have ever seen drawn up by Dave Niven. It just happened. The block. And Littlepage forced it. And let's see what happens. Did they call a foul on White? DeBuck valiantly trying to save that one. I'll tell you, that play back down at the opposite end was like nothing I've ever seen, and we've got timeout again. Don't go anywhere. The drama is still unfolding. Union by 2.
Is Old Frosty on its last legs? Don't wait until it's old and cold. Give your home and family the gift of comfort. A new York HVAC system with a free 10-year parts and labor warranty from McCoy's Heating and Air. Get the security and savings of a 10-year parts and labor warranty free with the purchase of qualifying systems. So you and your whole family can celebrate in comfort with the gift that keeps on giving. A new York HVAC system delivered by Santa and his merry team of technicians at McCoy's Heating and Air.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
A big factor in this game is trips to the free throw line because Union 8 out of 16 for 50%, but West Florida 23 of 31 for 74%. They've hit 15 more free throws than the Bulldogs have had. In fact, they have hit more free throws than the Bulldogs have taken in this game by 7. 23 free throws. Unbelievable. Union with the edge in three-pointers, 10-5. That most recent three-pointer was, again, almost a desperation in how it got into the shooter's hands. You have to believe that Jeremiah Littlepage is going to have to be called on down the stretch here, even with 4 fouls. He had 23 points in the first half. Has not been able to connect. The floater is short, but DeBuck with the rebound. And they'll bring it back outside. And again, watch Littlepage as he's playing up high. No, not there. 2-point game, under 3. Watch the defenders down low. They would love to get the 5th and final foul on Littlepage. 10 on the shot clock. And on the drive, over Littlepage, you had to back away. We are tied again. And DeBuck slows it down as we approach 2 minutes remaining. What a night it has been at the Fred. Littlepage open, takes it down and draws the foul. Somehow they left the lane wide open. Now, I will tell you that for the season, Littlepage has been shooting 88% from the free throw line. Tonight, he's hit his only 2, and Dave Niven awaits what we're about to see with 2:12 remaining, and we'll watch it with you. And Niven gives him an encouraging sign from off the bench. They say, settle down, get your shot. The lead is 1. Oh, my! 2 steps. Washington just got a little bit too anxious, and he knew it. He got too anxious before he went on his drive, took 2 steps, and you can only do that on Dancing with the Stars. Once again with a 1-point lead, and the blood pressure's rising at the Fred. In between the defenders, and it doesn't fall, and scrambling to get it. DeBuck is going to have help defensively. The bomb! No! Littlepage salvages the rebound, and Union dodges one there. 90 seconds remaining. You got to know they're drained. He's going to work one-on-one with 2 people double teaming. Almost lost it. Going for the 3. No. Short, and they're going to leave it. 73 seconds remaining. So West Florida, an opportunity to try to snatch this one away. You got to figure each team will probably have 1 to 2 remaining possessions. You got to believe it'll get into the hands of Washington. Fall away. Spins out. That was like Wheel of Fortune going bankrupt. Oh, was he robbed. Timeout called by Union. We'll keep it right here. 85-84. Bulldogs will have 23 on the shot clock. And you got to figure that unless they get a good look at a 3, that they will probably be trying to work it inside for a 2. They don't have to try to get a shot to win the game at this point. That would probably be a big gamble. Let me give you the totals so far. Washington leading for West Florida with 21, 14 each for Ruth and White, 17 for Eli Brown. For Union, Jeremiah Littlepage had 23 of his 24 points in the first half. J.T. DeBuck with 15. He's had a couple of 3-pointers. 21 for Jordan Pike. He's had 1 3-pointer. He's got a double-double tonight with 12 rebounds. And Dave Niven is not only trying to set up the offense here, but also to remind them what he wants to see defensively, regardless of whether they score or give it up. This has been one, and we promised at the beginning that if it was like they are on paper, that these 2 teams would be about as even as you could imagine, and that is exactly what we have seen tonight, even though Union has had leads of 12 and 11. So warm up the electric blanket, but I don't think you'll need it because it's warm enough because the heat is on here at the Fred. On a mid-December night in Jackson, Tennessee. And DeBuck will try to create. Pike's in all kinds of trouble. They got to hurry. They're down to 8. I don't know if Sarver realizes it. Puts it up. Not there. Quickly down the floor, and timeout is called. We'll again stay with it. 21.2, and the shot clock is off. And hobbling, looks like favoring his ankle, is Jordan Pike, and he's going over to get some attention very quickly, and so they're going to get Applegate back in. That's not what you wanted to see, but he apparently, it looked like he may have rolled that ankle. And Coach Mann trying to give his team the key to a victory right here that would be Heartbreak City for the locals, but would be such a huge emotional lift for the Argos because they have trailed in this game literally 99% of it. How often have you seen teams that just somehow manage to hang in there and put it together for a final shot? And you can see down at the end of the Union bench, Pike is just absolutely wincing in pain with that ankle. Paul Schultze, the executive producer of BallGame Blitz Sports Network. So here we go. They can hold it for the final shot. And they'll bring it in over on the far right-hand side down at the bottom of your screen. And it's Ruth. He's been double tough in the second half. He works off the screen and kicks it to the inside, and it doesn't go, and Little Page is fouled with 5.8 seconds remaining. That ball was right there in the cylinder and came out. Now, here's the thing that you have to remember. Union is not in the bonus, so the Bulldogs will be bringing it in underneath their own goal. You got to expect that if they don't get a turnover, there's going to be a quick foul. Dave Niven has one timeout remaining in case they have trouble getting somebody open. All right, JT to Buck to toss it in. And somebody's got to hurry. And a second and a half went off on the clock. And so it's going to be Isaiah RCA Victor going to the line. Victor with 7 points. He's hit his only free throw of the contest. Now, should he miss, and this is a 1-and-1, should he miss, is there enough time for West Florida to get back down for a final shot? You bet there is. The first one is crucial, and we will watch it with you. Not there. That's not going to happen. With 1 second remaining, they scrambled. It was like a volleyball game underneath, and who came up with it but Victor once again. 1 second remaining. It would be hard to get a rebound and a full throw across midcourt. It would be a Sports Center highlight if they were to make that happen. Of course, it could be ruled meaningless if Victor hits both of these. It is a 1-and-1. Again, we watch with you. That time it goes. RCA with one more opportunity to virtually ice it. And timeout is called. That one doesn't go because right before he released the ball, Coach Mann called a timeout. And that is his last. And this is one of those that I'm sure he's going to tell him to get the shot at all costs, but you almost would say just hit it in the cylinder and let him scramble for a rebound. But you really want that one to go down because, and Dave Niven, you can see him over in the corner. He is telling, I can read his lips saying, no foul for any reason whatsoever because you would send them down for a two-shot foul. This has been a dandy indeed. And here we go. Here is your ball game, folks. Isaiah RCA Victor with an opportunity to send them home happy, the Union fans in the hall. And Dave Niven brings everybody back on defense. 0.2 of a second remaining. It's Union's ball, and that should do it. The biggest thing for Victor is just not to do something that gets it in their hands and give them an opportunity at, that's it. It was grueling. Union lost 2 12-point leads and an 11-point lead, but ends up winning it in a thriller, 86-84. And it was one for the ages, but for Union, first Gulf South Conference victory of the season. West Florida falls to its 6th loss in the last 7 games. Let me give you the scoring totals very quickly. Xavier Washington, 21 points for West Florida, exceeding his season's average. 17 for Eli Brown and 14 each for Ruth and for Latarian White. For Union, Jeremiah Littlepage had the biggest game of his career, but he did most of it in the first half. 23 points in the first half alone, but he got into foul trouble and sat out a lot of the second half, but his presence was significant in that final 2 minutes. 24 points for Jeremiah, 21 for Jordan Pike, who went 9 of 16, and he added a three-pointer, but he had a double-double, 21 points and 12 rebounds, 15 points for J.T. DeBuck, and 8 each for Lance Sarver, for Applegate, and for Isaiah RCA Victor. That's the way it all wound up tonight. So I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you, because it was a fun game and an entertaining game to watch. And I know if you are a West Florida fan, you didn't go away happy from this one, but your team's going to have plenty of opportunities to get back on the winning track. So remember, we'll be back here again on Sunday afternoon, 2 o'clock for the women's game between Union and Valdosta State. And then at 4 o'clock, we'll have the men's contest, a rare Sunday afternoon doubleheader. We invite you to be with us and hope you will. So until then, I'm Steve Beverly saying so long from the great hub city of West Tennessee, where the final score tonight was Union 86, West Florida 84. This has been a presentation of Flow Sports, the Gulf South Conference, and its member institutions. Good night, everybody.